Jennifer Love Hewitt is now talking about those bikini pictures stirring up controversy because of the rude comments some people are making about how she looks. In her first on-camera interview, the Ghost Whisperer star has a message for fans.
Okay, it's a little too early for that. I'm not ready for that yet.
Do you know how many emails I got on that?
Oh, believe me, we'll
gosh.
play her comments later in the morning. I have no problem with her. I just want to make sure that's abundantly clear here, Terry. I have absolutely no problem with Jennifer Love Hewitt, except I feel bad for the problems that she obviously, at least near term, is having with herself. But as I said, I'm not going to make any comments this early. That's for damn sure. I mean, I just took an Ambien about 2-3 hours ago. Give me a little time to wake up and swing a cat here, would you please?
Jeez, you're swinging cats now.
I don't even know what that means. But I once heard somebody say it. I thought it sounded cool. Somebody once said, give me room here to swing a cat, would you please?
Wow.
I didn't know what it meant, but I liked it. I took an Ambien like 2:30 in the morning because I woke up at like 2, and I realized I wasn't going to fall back to sleep, so I took a half Ambien. I broke it in half, and I got like 2 hours sleep, and I've learned you can do that with Ambien. Like you can take it, and only no other sleeping pill that I know of can you take it and not feel groggy if you only get like 2 hours sleep after it. But Ambien is like a different story. I feel refreshed, I feel revitalized, and if I shut my eyes for more than 2 seconds, I'd be dead out. But
Hey, but it's still good, right?
I would be out and asleep if I closed my eyes for more than 2 seconds right now. But I don't feel like that grogginess that you feel like when you take like Nitol or Unisom or even NyQuil, or sometimes I chuck a couple of Benadryl down my throat and call it a night. But you need to devote like 8 hours minimum for that.
Heroin makes you really sleepy.
Well, yeah, if you take half of one though.
Yeah, okay,
break it in half.
That's true. You can fight through it a little bit.
So, yeah, to know that I have to wake up at 4:45, 5 o'clock, somewhere in there, and taking an Ambien at 2:30 is, it's a little bit of a risk, but it's always worked out.
Yeah, well, good.
We'll see how it works this morning. But I definitely ain't woken up enough to start talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt right now. That we will save for later. Her comments, her reaction comments, will be played later in the show. Because all week long this week, I'm in that mode of taking early morning phone calls, Terry.
You are, I know.
And as many emails as you may have gotten on Jennifer Love Hewitt, trust me, I would venture to say that my list of emails in my inbox is a tad bit heftier than yours. But who knows? Anyway, now what should be the topic that listeners should be calling in on this morning to get on the air in the early morning hour? What do you got? What are we working through? What's a good
Wasn't the other day
concept?
regrettable things?
On Monday was any regrets you had over the weekend, right? Wasn't that it? And dudes calling in, sleeping with stepsisters and doing E-bombs with her and wondering why he ever even got in a position where he could get all freaky with his stepsister, but now he's got to count down the next month and a half to make sure there's a little Aunt Flo coming to her doorstep, and that's a lot to have on your mind. Yesterday, what did we do yesterday? What was the topic yesterday morning we threw out there?
Something that you want to tell your wife, significant other, husband, boyfriend, or whatever.
Something that's been on your mind, been bugging you.
Bugging you,
Bugging you,
something that really is getting on your nerves. Didn't we have a caller who wanted her husband to get rid of the poodle down below?
Well, the next logical transition, I don't remember, is, but I barely remember her name, is to have people call up this morning who are in a situation where they have a very close friend of the opposite sex, and they want to graduate from that friendship and make it all out sexual.
All out sexual.
All right.
They want to get their diploma already on that friendship and start moving on to college. Let's take it to the dorms.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Either that or maybe we'll just take calls from guys who want to dial on in and tell us that their girlfriend's ass smells like ass. I don't know. What do you think, Terry? I mean, that is just unacceptable if that's the case. You realize that, right?
Really?
I mean, you're probably looking all confused, and you're thinking, what else should it be smelling like?
Yeah.
It should smell like a garden shower, and you know it.
Okay.
So anyone who has to deal with that situation, you also. There are 2 topics I'm throwing out there this morning.
2?
That's right. Anyone who would like to take their friendship to a completely different level. I was going to say to the next level, but it's a whole different plateau, Terry. And you don't know necessarily how to maneuver that or the words to say or the things to do. Let us hear your story, because every individual situation is different, Terry. I wouldn't tell one couple that's a friend to each other to do something and give the same advice to another couple, because every little friendship has its own little idiosyncrasies. You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So I have to hear each and every individual case to determine, first of all, whether they should do that, and second of all, what strategies should be employed. Or you can call in if you're a guy and tell us that your girlfriend's ass smells like ass. 1-866. I just think that's a good way to have the callers start their phone calls in the early morning hour.
Hey,
T-Man, my girlfriend's ass smells like ass.
How do I tell her?
Oh, geez. Well, you don't have to tell her. Believe me, she's known for years. 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call. That's toll free. So we will start taking calls early this morning. Let me see what calls. I just opened up the phone lines. Let me see what calls are firing on in early today. I got a Brittany's telling me it's a bad thing to break an Ambien. Why is it? Why? Brittany, you're on the air.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
Why is it, I see you were saying here it's bad to break an Ambien, like I did something dangerous, or why is it bad to break an Ambien?
Well, if it's a extended release or continuous release Ambien.
It's not.
It's
not one of those 7-hour extended release ones.
Yeah.
One of the hardcore, hit me now with it.
Huh?
Go ahead, what about it?
Well, it's supposed to, start working when you go to bed and then just keep working until you wake up. But if
it's not one of those extended CR Ambien deals or whatever they call that thing now. It's not one of those. It's give me it all in one fell big swoop dose. It's one of those Ambiens.
Oh, it's just one big dose at once?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
The old-fashioned kind that they had, they started putting out this 7-hour, this 8-hour one this past year. The one that's been out there. So that's what I mean. All right, thanks for nothing. Thanks a lot. 1-866-663-T-Man. John in San Francisco has been waiting 6 years for sex with a certain someone and hasn't been able to navigate the course to get himself in that particular posture. John, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's up, T-Man?
What can I do for you, John?
Yeah, so there was a girl that came to my school in high school when I was in 10th grade. And she was a new girl in the middle of school, and she was.
Don't you love when the new girl comes to school? It's like February, and the teacher tells you, "Oh, we're gonna get a new student today," and you're just crossing your fingers and your balls that this is gonna be someone really hot or what? I mean, that's like the greatest feeling. Kind of like that first day of school when you're hoping that all the girls in your class are hot. Well, now there's so many internet lists that I'm sure that kind of mystery has been taken out of the shuffle, but so this new girl, she turned out to be really hot or what?
Yeah, she has the biggest butt I've ever seen on a white girl in my life.
Wow.
I put a couple I know up against her, but go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so she ended up sitting next to me in class, and I was one of the first people that she met, so we became pretty good friends, but she got a boyfriend by one of the older seniors, right off the bat. So I was never able to pursue anything, but finally, years later, we always kept in touch, and then one day, her and her boyfriend broke up. The very next day, we went to kick it. She was telling me about all her problems. Next thing you know, I'm on top of it.
All right, so it's already a done deal. You don't need our help. You just want to share a happy ending story there.
Basically, I just want to tell you about a happy ending story.
Beautiful. Hey, I love an encouraging story.
Yeah.
I love a guy whose perseverance after 6 years finally pays off. And it was everything he always imagined it would be with the big-ass white girl, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's one thing that a big-ass white girl will provide. And you know what that is?
What?
Everything you were ever counting on her for. Big-ass white girls never let you down. Now, medium-sized and small-ass white girls let you down all the time.
Wow.
But big-ass white girls, as far as the sexual experiences and who knows wherever else it carries over, never let you down.
Oh, good to know.
Terry's always contemplated the thought of being with a big-ass white girl, and maybe this puts over the top.
Ooh.
So, John, did you ever have, seconds, or was it a one-time deal and fulfilled everything you were ever always fantasizing about, and that was all you needed?
I got up to 3 times, and then I got it out of my system. That's all I needed. We're still friends till this day.
If you're going to go 3, why not go like 18 or 24? I mean, why stop at 3? I know 3 is a nice number that people tend to, sequences of 3 make everyone feel comfortable. Is that pretty much why, or was there a reason?
It probably went more, but at that, like, during that week or two that I was messing with her, I eventually found some other females as well, so I kind of got sidetracked from her.
So where's the big-ass white girl now?
She actually lives in Tahoe now.
In Tahoe?
Yeah.
There's a lot of winding, mountainy roads in Tahoe. I wonder if she's worth the drive.
Actually, she probably is.
She's probably still worth, yeah, of course, yeah. But, I mean, for me. Anyway, John, thanks for sharing that story. It's a lovely story, Terry.
Yeah.
It's a real happy story. 6 years, and those early years where he was just lusting after her as her big ass trying to squirm into the desk next to him.
Yeah.
All those thoughts, all those moments where she's sucking on her pen. The hot girls love that.
You sucking on the pen?
Oh, they know they're killing me. 1-866-663 T-Man, back after these words.
The T-Man Show. Shocking news from rising pop superstar Ashley Tisdale. Now confessing she just got plastic surgery on her nose.
Oh, jeez.
But is the High School Musical teen idol making the startling revelation for...
So she got a nose job, right? I mean, there's no other plastic surgery you can get on your nose but a nose job, right?
Right.
Anyone got anything else they've heard of or what? Because she doesn't go specifically and say she got a nose job, but I'm assuming it can't be anything else, right?
Right.
You can add permanent boogers to your nose if you like.
Yes.
It's kind of a new
booger, yes.
new
I understand.
procedure. It's still in the works.
Then you get comfortable where they are. You never feel like it's awkward and you have to pick at it, so it eliminates any... but it looks so natural. It's wonderful.
Shocking news from rising pop superstar Ashley Tisdale. Now confessing she just got plastic surgery on her nose.
Yeah.
But is the High School Musical teen idol making the startling revelation for her young fans? The blondeful 22-year-old tells People magazine
She's telling everyone she's a such, too.
she's no advocate for cosmetic surgery, but underwent the procedure because a deviated septum caused breathing problems.
Yeah, right. She couldn't breathe. She was struggling for air, Terry. That's why she had to get a nose job.
I didn't realize.
What?
I didn't realize it was going to be. It is such that big of a deal
It's
when
not.
you do.
Anyone
but
who
they
has a
make
big
it such
honker.
a ordeal.
Anyone who has a big honker should not hesitate. If you have the cash, or whatever a nose job costs, like whatever, a couple of $1,000, get your situation taken care of. Because who should walk around with a honker that won't quit? Who should walk around with a huge schnoz?
Right.
Nobody should. It's terrible. It's awful. Anyone that has a huge schnoz scratches together the money to get a nose job, and no one should be embarrassed about saying they got a nose job. But she's talking, I was having breathing problems. I was days away from dying. Please. You got a nose job because you had a little bump in your nose.
Sure.
It wasn't even that bad, but it was bad enough that it was noticeable. Now your profile looks better, and you look better overall. So who really cares? Why do you have to lie to people? If you want to lie to the insurance companies and say you had a deviated septum, that's one thing. Because, as you know, Terry, cosmetic surgery is not covered by insurance.
Right.
But sometimes
it can be for medical.
When people get a nose job, they throw in the deviated septum angle because some insurance companies will fall for that, and they will cover your nose job costs.
Right.
So on top of pretending that she didn't really need to get work done on her nose to her fans, she's probably throwing the same thing to insurance companies because she doesn't want to pay for it either. So with all the money she's made with High School Musical and other things, she is one of the many out there living in denial as far as why she got her nose shaved down. Yeah. Oh, I breathe so much better now. I never knew what air tasted like. It's wonderful. Please. Does anyone out there have the ability to be honest or what?
Well, but again, when you have McGrath talking about, big, she's finally admitting she had a nose job. It's really not that big of a deal. So what? That's what
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Why
I know.
is she lying? Is there anyone out there who has the ability to be honest anymore? Is my question. Why don't you just come right out and say, yeah, a little nose situation. I had a very capable doctor just file it down, and now look how great I look. Look at me. You thought I looked great before. Check me out now.
When you say file it down, I just picture some surgeon.
Some Korean woman telling you a nice story in the nail place there? Okay.
No, it's some dude.
They do. They file it down. They actually take a file sometimes and file it down. I got my nose. I got my nose broken. So after they reset it, they had to file it down a little bit.
Wow.
It's a little crafty way of saying I got a nose job. No,
Yeah, is that what you told the insurance company?
my nose was like by my ear, trust me, after I got in this one fight. So it was just pathetic looking. So when they reset it after like 3 weeks of letting the swelling go down, the doctor said he was going to file it a little bit so it wouldn't have some ridiculous look, and it didn't work. Anyway,
Okay.
But at least I'm telling you the truth of the matter.
Right.
I was breathing fine. We all probably have deviated septums when it comes down to it, whatever that means. I think I read that one time in my life, that like 98% of the planet has deviated septums. And everyone seems to be breathing fine, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, if you got a big nose, get it taken care of. Who needs a big honker? 1-866-663. T-Man is the number to call, and Jen is on the line. Yes, Jen.
Hey, T-Man. I was just calling because since around Thanksgiving, I've noticed that Mr. Stephen Kilbreath hasn't really made an appearance on the show.
I was waiting for this call to finally come in, Terry.
Oh.
I was waiting for the Where's Kilbreath call to finally come in. So are you asking me, point blank, where is Stephen Kilbreath? What has happened to Stephen Kilbreath? Is that your question to me?
Yes, it is.
Well, he had a deviated septum and is getting a nose job. No. The reality of the situation, if I start talking about it, will make me very angry. So there's only so much I can start speaking about this without getting all worked up with emotion and anger. And I don't know if I want to get so angry at 6:30 in the morning to the point where I may become non-functional through the rest of the show. But I will do my best to tell you exactly what's happened here without getting all excited and worked up and filled with all kinds of venom and anger. All right? You were a big fan of him being on the show, and I would make fun of him a lot on the show, Terry, because he did. He bugged me a lot of times.
Right.
There's no doubt about it. I get bugged very easily. But the reality is that this company that we work for made the decision to let Stephen Kilbreath go and then didn't tell me about it until it was done. And I'm very upset about it, and I don't want to get all worked up about it, but Stephen Kilbreath has been with this show from the very beginning, the longest person on the show aside from me, and he was my friend through it all, through all these years. And finding out that this happened has really pissed me off. And will the show suffer without him? Absolutely it will. But he's not coming back that I see. But I will figure this out as the days proceed. Exactly what happened here. And that's the truth as far as I know it. They're making a lot of cutbacks. What was that? And they felt he didn't talk enough. They felt that he didn't talk enough. A couple of people, I don't even know who they are, high up in the company, listened to a couple of shows, I imagine, felt they didn't hear his voice enough and said, well, why are we paying him this money? And they made a decision to let him go without telling anyone like myself, and before I know it, he's gone. I don't think they knew what they were listening to. I don't think that they had any idea the contributions he made to the show that I miss, and I'm sure you listening, Jen, miss. And even though the show is, I believe, going to be okay without him, I miss him, and the show will not be the same without him. All right? So does that answer your question or what? I did my best not to pop a gasket here, Terry.
I know, you did well.
Thank you so much. Does that answer your question, Jen?
Yeah, it does. It does. It's just it's unfortunate.
Were you in love with him?
I wouldn't say I was in love with him, but I kind of liked how he balanced.
Because I was in love with him. Yes. And if you want to reach him, he's available to be reached if you need his number or email address. All right, he's still on the tmanshow.com. You can still email him through the website. So if you have anything that you want to write to him, anything personal that you always wanted to say to him, and now you're feeling like you didn't get your chance, you still have your chance, Jen. If you want to go to the tmanshow.com and email him. But I don't want to talk about it anymore because any more of me getting into the situation is just going to make for trouble. All right? And I get in so much trouble to begin with that this one is going to be a war. And it'll be a war regardless, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a matter of when the war begins.
Right.
One 866-663-T-Man. Should I move on from this, Terry? I need a break now.
Oh, I kind of had a feeling you might.
I have all these calls waiting, and I can't even focus now.
Right.
Now my head is spinning. Thanks a lot, Jen. Even though I was waiting for your call for a long time now. I was waiting for someone to call and ask.
Yeah.
Jen has called, and that's the story, and that's what I know, and what I know stinks. But it's also, I guess, in some sense, a part of this business that we chose to be in. He didn't talk enough, whatever that means. But you can't talk enough on this show. How do you talk when I'm the host? Right. Do they know it's the T-Man show? I probably got him fired because I don't let anyone get a word in edgewise, Terry. You better start talking right now, Terry.
Oh, yeah, we're...
So that's just the guy. One time
Oh, my God.
Well, I've stated on the record that if anyone ever touches Terry, that's never going to happen. But this happened so quick, and I only have a year left on my... it's just a whole ordeal. I don't even want to get into it.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Yeah.
No one touches the precious Terry Free. Oh. But let me take a break. And we'll come back, and we'll do whatever.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
All right.
The T-Man Show.
Lovebirds Eddie Murphy and Tracy Edmonds tried to plead the fifth. Did you guys have a wedding date yet?
We do, but we're not saying just yet. But it's coming. It's coming.
You're excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Eddie Murphy sounds very excited, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited.
Oh, you could hear the difference in the genuine emotion in Tracy Edmonds, Terry. She is so giddy and bubbly over the conversations about her upcoming marriage with Eddie Murphy, and I didn't even know he was standing next to her the whole time, probably just feeling the exact opposite. Oh, get me out of this. I can't do this. I can't. And then he's asked... How do you feel? Oh, this is great. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's marrying Babyface's ex-wife.
I know that.
Isn't there something weird about that?
Yeah, I've always thought that was kind of weird, yeah. I mean, but she's going from one rich guy to the next, so she's sitting pretty.
I'm not talking about from her perspective. Maybe it's not as weird for her, but for a guy, please, would like to think more of Eddie Murphy. I was the same way when I heard Michael Jordan was starting to date
Eddie Murphy's
ex-wife.
It is kind of bizarre.
I said, this is bizarre. Get yourself some new ground.
But really... I mean,
and I think a new piece of turf.
But I think we've talked about that. I mean, where do you go to find something new?
Terry,
I mean,
there are tons of untapped supermodels in this world. There are tons and the most beautiful women in the world aren't even the supermodels of the world. Supermodels are really hot, don't get me wrong. But you look around and all over the world in other countries and in even this country, there are so many beautiful women that have something to offer. It's not like you just have to stick in the Hollywood world.
Yeah,
obviously,
but
these Hollywood marriages aren't working out so great that they should feel like they have to stick in the Hollywood world.
I understand that. However, I think they're more comfortable at least staying there because you can't go over to Brazil and find some hot chick without her having an agenda.
Isn't he kind of reluctant to know that he's marrying Babyface's ex-wife, who he had kids with, and they had dinners with, I imagine, Terry?
I'm sure.
They had, Babyface and her had, dinner together from time to time.
Right.
And oops, I put your slippers on by accident. And all this, he watched her put her too many intimate things between Babyface and this woman for Eddie Murphy now to be marrying.
Yeah.
There's too many tangible visuals that Eddie Murphy has to have in his head about Babyface being married to this woman that if I ever have to get remarried, I'm not going to go marrying Kate and Allie's ex-wife, Terry, all right? Or some other radio hack's ex-wife.
Right. No, I hear you. I understand.
What the hell? Not that Babyface is any hack by any means. He's obviously one of the most talented
producers,
terrific artists of his time.
Right. No, I understand.
But even with that said, how do you marry his ex-wife?
Lovebirds Eddie Murphy and Tracy Edmonds tried to plead the fifth. Did you guys have a wedding date yet?
We do, but we're not saying just yet. But it's coming. It's coming.
You're excited?
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. Not maybe as excited as this banshee over here. Yes. She's bursting at the seams. I don't have that kind of excitement. And it kind of worries me that she's more excited than she really should be. But,
well,
he's obviously having some serious doubts. You could just hear it in his voice.
Yeah.
He's basically sending out an SOS. He desperately wants to be rescued right there. Did you hear the tone of his voice? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited. What a shame.
Yeah, very interesting. I agree with you totally.
1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Roy. Roy in San Francisco, you're on the air.
Hey, what's up, T-Man?
How are you, Roy?
Yeah, I wanted to, I guess add to the little question this morning. You wanted to know, like, how someone that wants to, I guess, do, like, someone that's a friend.
Oh, geez. Okay, so what's your situation, Roy? Tell me about the scenario that's going on in your life, and we'll see if it's able to be worked through. What do you have?
All right. Well, this friend that, I want to, I guess, graduate to, we used to date back in 94 through about 96-ish. Then
so you had sex with her in the mid-90s?
Yeah, and then
is this one of those? Is this one of those things you're trying to relive the dream, Roy? Because I'll tell you a lot of those scenarios where you're just trying to relive the dream, and maybe you miss her so much because she represented a time where you were younger, Roy, and you were more sexual than you are now, and times may have been better, and you're just hoping by having sex with her again that it'll make you feel like you're in your 20s as opposed to maybe now you're in your 30s. How old are you, Roy?
Oh God, I'm 34 now.
I don't know if you can go back to the day that you loved so much, Terry. Like this woman that he's still in contact with, that he used to have sex with in the mid-90s, he's more or less trying to use as a time machine, Terry.
Yeah,
it's not like he wants to have... It's not that he wants to have sex with her so bad. He's going to try to use her as his time machine.
I could wind my hip back up, But see, the weird situation is I'm married now, and she has a fiancé now, so she's waited a little bit.
So you're a married man who's contemplating trying to figure out a way to have sex with an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, I figured, one last time before
last time, then
if
it's before you're married.
Right. If it's an ex-girlfriend from like...
But the weird thing is, I got out of service, and now we work at the same company. So I see her in the hallways every once in a while.
Small world.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
so
like every time I take the double take, I look at the nice little package back there. I'm like, I just like to throw her in the storeroom and go at it real quick.
So you love her ass, and you want to take her into the storage room and go at it like the old days.
Well, it was actually in a car, and it was we're.
If you're going to hook up and have sex with the ex-girlfriend, it's got to be like an ex-girlfriend from no more than 2 or 3 years ago. Any guy who's in a situation like Roy is, he had sex with her 12-some-odd years ago, and he's trying to see if he can do it again. It's more about trying to grab back on to the days that you missed, the youth, Terry, the time machine type moment more than it is her. I'm sure there's no doubt that she's got something that is making it happen for him.
It was so good, though. It felt so good. I was like,
I don't know if you could go back, Roy, especially since you're a married man.
I just wanted just like a, like a piece of chewing. I just like a piece of chewing.
Piece of chewing. Well, now that gum has been under the desk for 12 years.
Right.
Oh, I don't mind.
You peel that piece of gum under the desk and put it in your mouth after 12 years. It may not taste the way you remembered it there, Roy, or it could taste even better. You never know.
They're always changing the labels on those things. So I'm pretty
always.
Nice.
And it just is stays the same, right?
How much about this is your wife aware of? You remember your wife, the woman you said I do to, the woman you walked down the aisle with, and you talked about it's the happiest day of her life. Remember her?
I know, it's just... I can forget about that for a few, maybe.
So if you're not thinking about her while you're having sex with this other woman, it wouldn't be cheating in your mind.
My stuff
really?
That's a good point, Terry.
Really?
Can't argue with that.
Really?
My stuff would probably just crawl back in if I thought
Terry,
about that.
If he thinks about his wife while he's contemplating whether he should do it or not, if he feels there's an opportunity, and he thinks about his wife when he's actually at the hotel having sex with his old girlfriend, and he thinks about it after he's done, then that would be cheating. But if he never thinks about it all the way through, well, then who's he cheating on?
He's still cheating.
I probably do it at her house, you know.
It doesn't matter where you do it, Roy. You're still cheating.
You think this is
doing? I understand that, but
no, I don't think you do.
What do you do now that you guys work together?
We work at a biotech company.
Really? Which one?
Is it all right to say it on the air?
Yeah, maybe I'll buy the stock. You guys are obviously filled with all kinds of emotion over there. You got to let it out somehow. Maybe you got to come up with the next big discovery.
All right, it's in Genentech.
Oh, really? I've heard of that one.
I don't know if you guys heard of that company.
No, I've heard of Genentech.
Yeah. So
that's a publicly traded stock. All right. Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure.
I want there to be the big scandal. I want the stock to plummet when they find out 2 people were diluting all the amoebas and all the things they're studying under the microscopes because they're going out in the storage room, Terry.
I think that's another company. It's not this company. We're more.
You said Genentech. I've heard of Genentech.
Really?
Oh, it's a smaller company.
No. Right. I think the smaller and the other companies do that, not our company.
Oh, I see. Okay, whatever. So you think you can make this happen? You think if you tried, how hard do you have to try on a scale of 1 to 5? 5 being you're really going to have to work your ass off to pull this off, and 1 being, all I basically have to do is more or less snap my fingers and I can have sex with this girl again. How hard do you have to try to have sex with this ex-girlfriend from the mid-'90s? The mid-'90s.
I know,
Terry,
mid-'90s.
People got to remember, the mid-'90s were a long time ago now.
And she looks the same.
World.
She's still
completely. There wasn't even internet really in the mid-'90s, Terry. I mean, there was, but nobody had it.
There definitely was. She used to just write me while I was in the service. But yeah, I would think like 2.5, maybe 3.
All right, so it's not exactly snapping your fingers. You'd have to jump through a hoop or 2, but this is very doable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, scale from 1 to 5. The 2 scale is kind of low still.
You could pull this off, yes. And how guilty will you feel after the fact? Are you one of those guys who's going to feel after the fact guilty and you didn't realize? You wouldn't. Okay, good. That's a good one.
Not at all. I've learned stuff when I was in the service to just.
That's good. Proper training, obviously, they gave you. Yeah,
sounds like it.
I'm sure you got an Oakley cluster for that.
Kind of just take 1 bowling ball and go to the other one. 3 holes.
Why are you married?
Oh, boy.
Why are you married? Roy, why are you married?
What an awful question.
Roy, why are you... No, he doesn't.
Oh.
You guys need to hire me. I need to be on the show.
Roy, why are you married?
I have all kinds
Roy, why are you married?
Roy, how come you're not answering Terry's question? She's asked 6 times now, and I really don't appreciate the question myself, but she's asked it nonetheless, so we're waiting for a response. What was the question again now, Terry? I can't remember.
Roy, why are you married?
Am I married?
Why are you married?
Oh, why?
No, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Loves his wife.
He does not love his wife.
Answer for you, Roy?
No, don't answer for him.
I found one that I'm cool with, and
It's a convenience thing. You get a military plus. What?
I don't know. I guess it's kind of like the Desperate Wives thing. It's like, I'll try that one out.
See, he doesn't love his wife. You're a jerk.
I do. It's just
no, you don't.
Terry, let's put it this way. He adores his wife.
No, he doesn't. Be fair to her. Be fair to her. And
you stop. She's not going to find anything.
I just want closure, maybe.
She'll be fine. She won't know anything.
Yes, she'll be fine. She's not
well, don't be upset when she steps out on you then, Roy.
She's already
had. Yeah, you're right.
Now, Roy, if your wife cheated on you, scale of 1 to 5 again, how upset and angry would you be?
I probably wouldn't be that upset. I would probably maybe 2.5. Yeah, how's that?
Oh, he's a big 2.5er.
Jeez, he is.
Loves the 2.5er.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's probably that size.
All right,
so let me see.
That's how close it is to the ground, Terry.
Right, you just want to go back to the old days, and you want to have sex with this ex-girlfriend one time, or you want to have sex with her? I mean, how do you see it going? Sex with her one time, and that's it, or what?
If it was one time, that'd be good for me. What was that? Another 15, 12, whatever years.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be good. Then I'd revisit it again after another 15.
It's like getting a vaccination, Terry. It'd be good for another 12 years if you had sex with her one time.
Right.
Yeah.
Something tells me he's not going to shoot it in her arm, though.
Yeah, I don't think he can shoot anything, really.
Oh, jeez. You're saying this man is not the sexual superstar that a woman would be looking for in this kind of situation, Terry?
Right. I think we should call up the ex and let her know that, what his plans are and see.
Why are you knocking this guy? Why do you have so much hate for this guy? Because he's a cheating bastard?
Yeah, how about that?
The question was to do,
yes, but we didn't expect, I think Terry didn't expect married guys to be calling in wanting to turn a situation like yours into a sexual one. She didn't expect that.
I'm just a fun guy. I like to have fun. That's all.
I can see that in Roy, Terry, can you? You can't get on the fun guy that Roy is, Terry, can you?
Oh, fun guy.
He's a fun guy.
Hilarity.
I'll even drink beers with you, Terry.
All right.
Whoa, really?
Beers, Terry.
Wow.
Let's be friends, Terry, and then then we can be on the T-Man show.
Right,
I'm already here, Roy.
Do you have a target date as to when you think this may happen if you decide to act on this 2.5 worth of effort that you would take to have sex with this woman, or what?
I was thinking I want to try to nail that maybe before the new year. That way I don't
nail
have to
that. Come on.
Yeah, for tax purposes.
Really?
Terry wants to get it in before the new year.
So we can write her off. Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, geez, that's a good one.
Like, that was last year.
Write her off.
Right.
All right. Roy, well, whatever decision you make, I would like you to call back over the next couple of weeks and inform us as to what it is, and if you actually are able to complete this transaction before the end of the year, I want to hear every detail. Okay, Roy?
Yes, sir.
But you won't, if you do this, you won't offer the information to your wife. You would just be under the theory of what she doesn't know won't hurt her, and then if somehow someone told her about it and she found out, then I'll deal with it as that situation presents itself. Is that pretty much what you're going to go
exactly.
on?
I'd ask for forgiveness then, yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
Roy, I say you can't go back to such an old-time thing like that. I mean, that's 12 years ago's ground. And you can't go back to those old stomping grounds with an ex-girlfriend. But if you're going to try, I'm not going to stop you.
Okay. If it happens,
right?
I'll call you back with the report.
Yes. Even if it doesn't happen, you should call me back, Roy. Okay. I want to be updated regardless of whatever happens. All right, Roy?
Hopefully I don't call you tomorrow morning then.
Oh, jeez.
Whatever.
He's Roy, Terry.
Yeah.
You don't like Roy?
Gee.
He's a fun guy.
Oh, fun.
Drink beers with you.
Oh, and we can be friends and be on your show.
Wow. Roy may find that he approaches this girl that he used to have sex with 12, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Thinks he just has to put in a little bit of work, say a couple of nice things to her, maybe take her out for a drink or something. But the reality is, she has no interest in old-ass Roy now.
I know.
She's still having sex with 22-year-olds. Why would she have to go now to 34-year-old Roy? I mean, that very much could be the case. Roy may have this false perception of how easy she could and how interested she's going to be in having sex with him again. I mean, Roy, when it comes down to it, might very well just simply be a dumbass.
Really? What gave you the
bit of a
first
dumbass?
clue?
It was a fun-loving dumbass quality, Terry, but a dumbass quality nonetheless. But I liked Roy, Terry.
Oh, well, good.
Even though you see nothing but deceit in Roy's heart and mind, I'm able to see the bigger picture in Roy, and I do see a guy that Terry Free would have a barrel of laughs with having a few beers.
Right.
Now throwing a couple of darts with Roy at the bar, and doing a couple of shots with Roy, and before you know it, he got you loosened up, he takes you to the parking lot, and before you know it, you're his wife's, you're the mistress that his wife has to worry about.
No.
It's not going to happen.
Nah.
Oh, what a shame. It was quite the visual. I was going to take it home with me today. Okay. 1-866-663-T-MAN. Now, yesterday was one of the first days in a long time that we pulled a bill and we did not get a call back. We had a great...
That's true.
We always seem to get these great streaks going of all the people capitalizing on T-Man Pays Your Bills. Yesterday broke that streak when I pulled a bill that was... a double bill, Terry. It had someone's income tax bill and their power bill. Their power was going to be turned off. They never called us back.
Right.
P.S. I pooped in a river. Remember all
Yeah,
that,
I do.
Tough to forget that.
Yeah.
Can we get her on the line or what?
I'd love
Let
to call
know
her
she
and
missed
hear
chance?
the story.
River pooper.
Yeah,
Well,
river
today,
pooper.
We may, who knows what kind of pooper we're going to pull out of the hopper today. Only the hopper knows the pooper that lies within. Okay, and we will be playing T-Man Pays Your Bills right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Make it a big one, and then I'll take care of this bill. Wow, okay. Not the biggest one by any means over the past week or so.
Oh, heard that before.
But Somebody desperately in need because they went to Lens Crafters, Terry.
Oh, yeah?
And they spent $591.35, and that's more than should ever have to be paid to a little mall joint like Lens Crafters.
Well, you have to get...
a real spectacle of themselves.
You go to Lens Crafters, you're there for, what, an hour tops? You should never have to pay more than, what, $2.50?
No, that isn't surprising, quite honrily.
Yeah. I don't
I know, but especially if you have, special special lenses, bifocals, and then the frames. And
how long will you be crafting these, ma'am?
Kimberly Sentinage is the name that I'm looking at here, Terry. I don't know if I'm even coming close to pronouncing it right. Kimberly Sentinage.
Okay.
That sounds like someone's name or what?
Sure.
Last name is spelled CENTINAJE.
Jeez, that's a long name.
And I'm going with Kimberly Sentinage. Very French sounding almost, Terry, or Spanish. I don't know. Take your pick. Kimberly Sentinage of Daly City, you are on the clock, baby. And that clock is ticking already. So what are you going to do about it, Kimberly?
Yeah.
The 800 number is as follows. Of course, I look up and every line that corresponds with that 800 number is taken. So what chance do you have? 1-866-663-T-Man is the number to call for Kimberly between now and the end of the program to get her Lens Crafters bill paid for by us. All her designer frames, contacts. Because men don't make pencils, women with glasses. And Kimberly has not a moment's worry if she gets through on the phone lines about her Lens Crafters bill. Terry, we'll take it right to the mall.
All right.
I'll play on the boat for a while, and then I'll walk over to Lens Crafters. I'll cut him a check. I'll get myself some pizza at Sparrow's. I'll get some fake poop at Spencer Gibbs.
Oh, love that
afternoon like I've never had before.
Sometimes you can't tell the difference between Sbarro and the fake poop. It's pretty close, actually.
Kimberly Sentinage, you are on the clock, as I've now told you. So we look forward to hearing from you at 1-866-663-T-Man, and I will do my best to clear a couple of these lines. But I know you've been sitting on some stuff this morning, Terry. You want to fill us in on the news of the morning?
Sure.
That's what we need to keep abreast of.
Yes.
So what is on the top of your pile today?
Well, Forbes magazine has released its list of the 20 highest earning celebrities under the age of 25.
Under the age of 25?
Under the age of 25.
Top celebrity earners. The top 20, you said?
Mm-hmm. Highest earning celebrities.
The age category of 1 day old to 25 years.
Correct.
Huh. Now, they had to earn the money because there are a lot of one-day-olds that wake up billionaires as soon as they're done with the move there. You realize that, Terry? Like Bill Gates' child.
Right.
So you're not talking about that. You're talking about people that actually went out and earned hardcore cash.
Correct, sir.
And you're pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sensing that you're trying to get me to see if I can figure out who the number one spot is of all the celebrities under 25 that came in at number. Is this for 2006 or 2007 or what are we talking about here?
Let's see. It would be this year, so 2007.
Well, it's not even done
Oh, wait.
yet.
No, yeah, you're right. Probably
get it under the wire with something huge.
June 2006 to June 2007. There you go.
Oh, okay. So over the 12-month period between...
Yes.
Summer 06 to summer 07. Okay, I pretty much got it. Now, who's been big under 25? This includes the athletic world and the Hollywood world all intertwined as one, Terry?
Yes.
This includes all celebrities. So celebrities means
whatever
everything that makes them famous.
Right.
Okay. Is Shia LaBeouf on the list? I'm not saying he's number one, Terry. But I have... watched him a lot in some movies between last year and this year. I think he's got some decent acting skills, Terry. You know, he was in Transformers. I kind of envied that he got to get at least up in the right all hot and bothered for a moment there, even if it was acting with Megan Fox, Terry. That should have earned him at least a couple of $100 million. So is he on top of the list or somewhere on that top 20 list?
I do not see him on the top 20 list.
Shouldn't be able to do who knows how many takes friggin' all up and bother with Megan Fox and get paid for it. Anyway, all right. Let me think here. Oh, boy. Hannah Montana, Miley Cyrus, Terry, is she on the list or what? Is she number one?
No, she's
number
not.
One.
No,
she's
no,
not
no,
number one.
No.
Oh, wait till next year.
She is on the list. She's in the top 20. But
next year she's number one and nobody's close. Anyway, she's the only one who could sell out an arena these days.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these top-flight musical acts. You get all kinds of big-time concerts going on. Justin Timberlake, he sells well, but he can't sell out 20,000-seat arenas. He sells 17,000 seats of 20,000-seat arenas. He sells, maybe in a good night, 19,000 seats. He never gets quite to that sellout mode.
Oh, he sold out a long time ago.
But Miley Cyrus, are you kidding me? Not only is she selling out every place she goes, Terry, but they're scalping her tickets for $3,000 a pop in some places.
Right.
At least a minimum of like $500-600, $300 to $600 a seat, Terry.
Right. No, I know. Plus, she's got all the from her show and all the.
So even with 6 months to go, I am crowning Miley Cyrus as your number one celebrity earner from June 07 to June 08.
Okay.
That's done. Now we got to figure out
How about we stick with 0607?
Yeah, we got the predictions done. Who was the top earner in that time period? You want to give us a hint? There's a lot of people to choose from, Terry.
Sure.
I can't just pull it out of my ass here. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
That's not your request.
It's an athlete.
It's an athlete.
Uh-huh.
Is it a male athlete?
It is.
Obviously, yes. Oh, is it LeBron James?
It is.
LeBron James is number one.
He is. Woo!
What is he, about 23, 22
22.
Now,
they list him as 22.
What did he make?
Years old. 27 mil.
That's all?
Mm-hmm. That's
going to be higher than that with all his endorsements?
Well, they listed as 27 million.
With all that makeup he's got to put on when he's doing his commercials and all the work he does on the court to get Cleveland not just to respectability, but to get to the NBA Finals, and $27 million was it? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm not scoffing at $27 million. That is obviously a nice bit of cash, but I just thought it would be a little bit more, and especially him being number one. $27 million.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, why don't you run down the top 3 to 5? Who's
all right.
on the list?
Well, King James, number one at $27 million. Reggie Bush, who is 22, $24 million. I was kind of surprised at this one. Maria Sharapova.
Oh, they're all athletes on this list.
Well, not all of them.
No Hollywood types.
No, there are.
Well, at least in the top.
Not in the top.
In the top tier, they're all athletes. Maria Sharapova was number 3?
Yeah, she's at the age of 20. They say $23 million was how much she earned. Really? Doing what?
Endorsements overseas, and she's one of the top tennis players right now.
All right.
Don't you even know what she does?
Well, no, I know she does tennis, but I didn't realize it. I didn't know she was that
good.
Make
minimum wage playing tennis?
No, I don't know.
She won a major. She won some big tennis tournament. Yeah, when you jump over the net and you hug your opponent.
Right. Michelle Wee.
You hug him a little too long.
Yeah.
Michelle Wee, because she invented the Nintendo Wii. Yes,
right.
She made a lot of money on that.
She's 18.
Everyone loves the Nintendo Wii. I even read a story that old people in the geriatrics homes, in the old age homes, they're using the Nintendo Wii for their daily exercise.
That's good.
Wow. You believe that?
No, that is good.
Old, crusty people in old age homes deciding that the way they're going to get their day-to-day exercise is by using the Nintendo Wii.
Well, good.
Did you say Wii? Hold on.
All right, if you insist. I just did it 5 minutes ago, but I do have to go again.
Anyway, Michelle Wee, 18, she's had $19 million.
Do you want to walk into the home where your grandma's at, Terry?
Yes.
And every room you pass by, there's some dude playing Nintendo Wii tennis?
Yeah, you know why? I think that's a great activity. It helps them. Well, yeah, not only that, but I think that it keeps their mind alert.
Oh, I gotta get a big smash here. I'm gonna put this ball away. Oh, my hip!
Yeah, Banjo Hero's not as cool as Guitar Hero, I don't think.
I was playing Guitar Hero last night.
Really?
Yeah, I can't get enough of it, Terry. I don't think they're going to be playing that, I hope.
No, Banjo Hero.
In the old age homes.
Banjo Hero.
Yeah, it's not quite as fun.
They're playing Nintendo Wii all over the old age homes of our country, Terry.
Well, I think that's great.
They've all decided that this is the way to go. This is the way they're going to get their daily exercise. No more walks around the old age home campus.
Right.
they just pull out the Wii controller and start playing tennis and whatever other games. I don't have a Nintendo Wii, so I don't even know what other games are on that.
They have all kinds, driving games.
I know how popular it
Jesus.
is, but I got the Xbox 360 and I feel fine.
Please, no driving games. Don't give them any false hope.
Table
you
tennis.
know what? If that's where they decide to do their driving, that'll be wonderful.
I guess so.
As long as it may get them to get their driving out of their system and stay off the roads, everything should be fine.
You know, I've gotten pretty good at this game. Where are the keys? You'll see.
I'm going to try that on the road tomorrow. I don't think so. Yeah, so that's a big thing. So Michelle Wee was number 4.
Yes.
So everyone in the top 5 is going to be an athlete.
No, the top 5, the rounding
Who's
off
number
the top 5 are Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. 17 million
They count them
apiece.
as one?
Well, they make 17 million each, so they're tied for 5th anyway. So
they're not Siamese twins.
I
They're 2 people.
understand.
But they consider them one.
Yes.
I'm sure they appreciate that every
When they
day of
make
their
the
life.
same amount of money, I mean,
No individuality. Oh, so individually they would have made the top 5, or just combined they made the top 5?
No. They would still individually. They make 17 million each. So
a piece. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that
why?
At least is fair. That individually they come in pretty much at a tie with 17 million for 5th place.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And if they had £1 for every million that they made last year, they'd be filled out a lot more than they are. Anyway, and I love them for it. So that's your top 5. Wonderful.
Yes.
All right. What else? What else is going on? Let me take a call real quick so I can clear a line so that our friend who got her bill paid this morning has a fighting chance to get it paid. Thomas, you're on the air. Hello.
What's going on?
How are you, sir?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good, Thomas. I'm glad you called. How can I be of any kind of help to you today, bud?
I was just wondering how maybe I can cut a little spending limit off. My girlfriend, she likes to spend some extra money that is not needed to be spent.
And this extra money, you feel like this is the money that you are working hard to make, or is it a mutual kind of situation and you pool your money?
It's far from a mutual thing. I make more money than she does, and
man, it's mine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sounds like that's the attitude.
So you are making some decent amount of cash. Is that fair to say, or relatively speaking? Or how much money is she spending, let's say, per month? How much would you say? First of all, how long have you been going out with this girl, Thomas?
On and off for 2 years, and we have a kid together.
Okay, so you've been on now for how long? Well, the last time you guys decided to take a break till it is... The time you got back together till now has been how long?
A year and 4 months.
All right, so you've been together a while now. So every month, how much you say she spends?
About an average of 2,000. About an average of 2,000, if not more.
2,000. That's a conservative estimate. So anywhere from 2,000 to 3,000, we'll say.
Right.
And how much do you think of that 2,000 to 3,000 is excess money that she has really no need to have to spend, but she's out of control, she can't stop herself, and you're tired of it? How much of the 2,000 to 3,000 do you think she could, if she had some restraint and some willpower and some overall brain power to know your financial situation? Well, Cherry, I mean, it takes not the smartest person in the world to know, hey, you're burning up our cash too fast and you're putting us in some jeopardy here. Is that a smart tactic, yes or no? I'm not saying you should go around the world being cheap because you can't take it with you, but Thomas is stressed out over this. So how much of that 2,000 to 3,000 would you say she is spending that is completely unnecessary, Thomas?
About $2,500, between $2,000 and $2,500.
What is she spending it on again?
So the essentials come to about $500 a month.
A whole bunch bull crap. She goes to JCPenney's and spends $180 to get a haircut. She goes and buys
JCPenney? Really?
It's priceless. Yeah, I love the stylist there.
Whoa.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you're saying, if I'm understanding you right, Thomas, you're saying that the essentials of your month-to-month family needs are in the range of $500? Does that include the bills or what?
Oh, well, no, monthly, we probably make about $5,000. We get all the bills paid, and then instead of saving the money, she just spends the money.
Oh, so she does work. She's a working woman, and she contributes on some level, right or wrong?
Yeah, right.
All right,
so it's not all your money.
But Thomas is saying that
90% of it's my money.
Oh, is it?
So she's
because
not
you
pulling her weight, is what he's saying, Terry.
So
he's making 90% of the money. What do you do, Thomas?
I work construction.
It's so funny when a guy will totally resent his woman for spending so much money.
I know.
And not making enough.
You work construction. You make 90% of the money that you pool together, and she's spending money that she can't seem to stop. I'm sure you brought it to her attention, but it's like a futile effort, and now you're turning to us as your last resort for some tricks, some tactics to maybe get her to chill out a second.
I mean, separate checking accounts.
It wouldn't be that big of a deal if she would spend the money or whatever, and then I want to spend money, I come home and I bought something or whatever, and she just reams down my ass because I spent money without asking her.
Well, that'd be a nice
You can
moment.
spend money without asking me, but when I go ahead and do it, it's like,
Terry,
what the
you
hell
did
am I
not.
spending money on?
Terry, you did. Hold on in your question. You did not just offer a very tacky husband and wife. Or even
they're not married yet, are they?
Living as husband and wife.
It doesn't matter.
You did not suggest
Yes, I did.
the very tacky separate checking accounts where he puts like a set allowance into her checking account so she can't spend more than
I
that,
didn't.
Terry.
No, listen.
You're not doing her any favors if you think you are.
No. Why not have separate accounts? She handles her own money. He handles his own money. And then they have a mutual account where they agree, hey, let's put X amount of dollar in this mutual account, and that is for...
Because she doesn't want that. She wants to spend. He makes 90% of the money.
Well,
That's probably the main part of the attraction that she has to Thomas.
Yeah, but
and
then
she
why...
doesn't want to be in any separate checking account where there's some set budget.
Well, then
she
he's
wants to
the
spend
idiot.
at her leisure.
Then he's stupid.
Well, maybe Thomas has to realize that if you're feeling you're accurate, that he's stupid and he's letting this go on too long, and she's laughing all the way to the register every time that she pulls out one of her credit cards.
Yeah,
that is
good
pretty
for
much
her, man.
Thomas?
What?
Terry suggested separate checking accounts where you have a set kind of balance in there for her at all times so she can't go over it.
I did not say for her. Listen to...
No.
I said this.
Well, if it's going to be separate for him, it's going to be separate for her.
No, listen. Okay, she gets her own paycheck, correct? So she has her own account. She puts her paycheck in her account. He puts his paycheck in his own account, and then they have a mutual account where they agree we will put X amount of money.
Guess what? It's going to be that mutual account that they're going to be fighting over. How much goes into the mutual account?
That's what I'm saying.
She's not going to be happy with how much goes to the mutual account.
They say, okay, we'll both put $500.
Cheap bastard.
No, we'll put $500 a piece each paycheck from our paychecks, our separate paychecks.
$500. I just got my hair did at JCPenney. I'm already down to $400.
Which you stumbled upon the sale on Crocs.
Besides what she's spending on as far as her hair needs at JCPenney,
what else?
What else is some big ticket items that she tends to get from month to month?
Shoes, clothes.
She
that
loves
she
her
already has
shoes.
tons of. Purses.
Does she do anything
Her
for the
nails
child?
done.
Oh, well, that's $40. Whoa, watch out, big spender.
So, well, the
$40.
purses, the
She gets her
clothes.
nails done like twice a week. She
All right.
pays $10 tip. She spends like $100 on a week on her nails.
And the purses
ridiculous.
and the clothes and the shoes certainly are going to add up. And Thomas is watching his money that he's making get dwindled down month after month.
Well,
just go out the window.
All right. When was the last time you addressed this with her?
Friday.
And what was her reaction?
It's my money too.
Mm-hmm. So there was no headway made when you tried to explain to her that we have a child, maybe we'll have more in the future if you can actually get your act together. And this is not the way I feel comfortable planning for the future with you spending money like this. You have to chill out a bit. She didn't seem to be moved at all by that. No headway.
No, she. I think she's still in her little young age and wants to spend money like it's growing on trees, and she can't realize one day that maybe we might need money, but right now she's just like...
So how old are you?
21.
And how old is she?
21.
21. Should we call her, Terry? Would she answer our call? Would she answer our call if we called her, or what, Thomas?
She just got off the night shift. She's probably sleeping.
What does she do? What does she do for a living?
She does the night shift.
Well,
what else
I
you
know
need
that,
to know,
but I mean...
10% is what she does.
She works in a pharmaceutical warehouse.
All right.
Oh, hot shots.
She works at a pharmaceutical whorehouse overnight, Terry. I love the pharmaceutical whorehouse at 3 a.m.
So she only spends the money. What I'm getting from him is that she only spends the money on her. She doesn't help provide for the child.
Well, I'm sure they take care of the needs for the child. Are the child's needs being met, Thomas, or what?
Do what?
Or is it all about her?
Yeah, pretty much. It's all about her.
So you make 90% of the money, Thomas. How much is she spending of that? Of the 100% of the money that you guys pull together, 10% coming from her. What percent of it is being spent by her, and what percent by you of the money spent?
I spend about 20%, and she spends about 80%.
Mm-hmm. And do you want her to get down to would 60 be agreeable, or you want her at least at 50?
I say 30-30 and save 40.
30. So nothing's being put away. Not a dollar. Everything is going hand to mouth and to feed and to nails and to hair. And
damn those nails and hair.
No, because if she spends 30%, and I spend 30%, that's 60%. That's 40% that can be saved.
Terry, Thomas is thinking wisely. He's thinking, now's the time. I have enough money to be starting a mutual fund. But she's so busy going to JCPenney, getting the latest new do, that he can't even put a dollar away.
But again, you know what?
Man, you understand.
Thomas, I understand that you're concerned about this. He's trying to think like a wise, shrewd man.
No, and I agree. I think I agree that he's smart enough to think of the savings and all that. But I think that, I mean, you got on me about me suggesting separate accounts.
Well, one of the things that I think Thomas may have to consider here is that this is one of the aspects that has this woman feeling like Thomas appeals to her, is that he does make decent money for a 21-year-old.
Right.
And she is able to spend this kind of cash. And if he was really seriously about to begin cutting her off to a large extent, she may lose her interest in Thomas. Now, that would be wrong, but that's the way it is a lot of times out there these days, Thomas. One of the things that attracts her to you is that you are doing pretty well for yourself at 21, and you may not be as cool a guy to her if she doesn't have all this money to spend. Is that something that's going to bother you if she all of a sudden started to lose interest in you, if you got serious about cutting her off?
No, because I've thought about moving out and trying to see if things will change, but yeah. So, I don't know.
You thought about the tactic of torturing her by showing her, well, if I have to do it the hard way, and this will hurt me more than it hurts you, but me threatening to leave you will obviously get you to stop spending, because the thought of losing me will obviously destroy you, and but you never actually acted upon that. Is that right?
Right.
Well, Terry, I obviously feel like I want to talk to this woman, but Thomas is, are you going to give us her number or what? She obviously doesn't understand the level of your concern since you've called us and now have spent so much time talking about this with us. You think she's asleep or what?
Yeah, it's probably.
Where's the baby?
And I just don't want to wake her up because I don't know when the baby's going to wake up and she'll be real cranky and I'll never hear her bitching, never hear her griping.
Oh, jeez. And she's got to rest. She's got to rest up for her night's worth of shopping, Terry. It is the Christmas season.
I know.
She's got a lot of things to spend today. A lot of things to spend on. Yes.
Right. And what's for dinner tonight, sir?
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Jennifer.
No, what's for dinner tonight?
Jennifer.
The what?
All right.
That's for dinner. Yes.
She sounds
over
good.
a low flame. Mm-hmm. Well, Thomas, unless I talk to her, I don't know what Terry suggested, separate checking accounts. I mean, you had the strategy of threatening to leave her, and maybe that would inspire her to curb her spending. But other than that, unless I can talk to the woman and get a read on her, I don't know what else I can offer you, Thomas. You may just have to realize that this is the woman you chose. She's a spender, and that's all there is to it. A lot of women out there love to spend. Is she at least hot, Thomas, or what? She better be really freaking good looking, Thomas.
Oh, I think she's good looking.
All right.
So it's worth it to him. He's really not that upset about it. He's got a hot girlfriend, and
Thomas, if I could guarantee to you that the spending is not going to get any better, if I could look at my T-Man crystal ball, I love talking about my T-Man crystal ball, Terry, and I could see the future, and I can promise you that the spending will not get better. As a matter of fact, if anything, it's going to get worse. What would you do with that information? Would you decide today to leave, or at least start making the plans to leave your girlfriend, or how would you go about knowing that this is the case?
I would hold
putting so much money into the saving and checking account and giving her a set spending limit.
So you would get hardcore, like Terry has suggested, in making new rules in the house.
Oh, right.
Well, that may not work with her, though, Thomas. She may leave you then.
Well, then if she leaves me, then I'm not the right one for her. If she wants to spend her, she can have a spend.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a decent answer, Terry.
But see, the thing is that he is scared of her, period. Because
I'm scared of every woman's period. But
no,
anyway,
I'm saying,
especially when they don't have it.
Wait till Thomas. But Thomas may put her on some kind of budget. Then wait till he sees her without her hair done from the JCPenney chair.
Oh
he may
my
not
gosh!
Like
well, then
the way she looks without that great style. All right, Thomas. You're going to have to go about this on your own unless you find a time that we can sit down with the both of you and I can ask her some questions about some things that may be able to be changed. Until then, Terry has offered you the thing that seems like is really the only thing that can be offered right now, and that's sitting out and coming up with more of a hardcore on-paper plan that she's going to have to abide by. And if she doesn't, then you pretty much know how she truly feels about you.
Right.
All right, Thomas?
All right.
All right, buddy.
I might give you guys a call back later when she's away.
Yes, please do.
Put your input on this and see
I'll put my input in her. Yes. Keep us posted. Yes, especially if she's pretty hot. She loves to spend, Terry.
Yeah.
And he's just sitting around watching it happen, helpless.
No, he's not helpless. He's scared.
He's helpless.
No.
He's scared. Of course he's scared, but he's helpless every day, basically. She walks to the door with more bags of stuff, and there goes another hard day's work pay.
Harold did.
Thomas is putting on the hard hat, Terry, busting his frickin' ass, thinking that he's going to provide for the future of his child and what woman might turn out to be his future wife, and all he knows now is everything that he's made is gone. And for what? For the American flag manicure she just got at the nail place last week?
Well, maybe next time you wear a condom. How about that?
Oh, jeez. So it all stems from him having unprotected sex and having a baby before he was mature enough to do that? Is that what you're saying, Terry?
Sure.
So all the common denominator of this is the baby, the link they have together that makes them an unbreakable couple?
That's why he can't let her go, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that. You really don't think that if they didn't have a child together, he would stand for that? No, he would probably be gone. Or she would.
Well, why don't you ask that when he was on, Terry? Terry! 1-866-663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is now talking about those bikini pictures stirring up controversy because of the rude comments some people are making about how she looks. In her first on-camera interview, the Ghost Whisperer star has a message for fans.
The story just won't go away, Terry.
The
story just will not die. Jennifer Love Hewitt is so beaten up in the head over this situation that she can't shut up about it. And every day now I'm forced to have to get involved in this story again. Terry, I'm not talking about this story for more than 5 minutes today, all right? That is my... Start the clock right now.
Okay.
I will not talk about this story more than 5 minutes this morning. That I promise you. Did you get a lot of emails on this yesterday?
I did, yes.
Oh, I got an email from a guy who said he was driving his girlfriend to her bulimia counseling.
Oh, wow.
I may have forced her back into a real troubled eating disorder situation.
Wow.
And how exactly did I go about doing that?
I
forgot, because I'm the source of all the world's problems. I forgot.
That's somebody starving for attention.
Jennifer Love Hewitt is now talking about those bikini pictures stirring up controversy because of the rude comments some people are making about how she looks. In her first on-camera interview, the Ghost Whisperer star has a message for fans.
Oh, geez.
You know what, I kind of said it all in the blog, but I just think people should be proud of who they are and what they look like and not let all this...
We are proud of who we are and what we look like. You're not proud of who you are and what you look like. Obviously, that's why you're going off the deep end.
Anyway.
That's what's happening here, Terry.
I'm not proud
no
of
matter how you want to slice it, she's going off the deep end, Terry, and that's why she's all bent out of shape, and she's telling everyone else they should be proud of who they are and what they look like. Meanwhile, she is going batty.
You know what, I kind of said it all in the blog, but I just think people should be proud of who they are and what they look like and not let all this silliness and judgment sort of get in the way.
The 28-year-old star of the hit show Ghost Whisperer is back in Los Angeles after she was photographed on the beach in Hawaii with her fiancé, Ross McCall. As soon as...
This poor guy.
Ross McCall?
casualty of this little war here,
geez.
Terry.
I think he knows what kind of dimples are on her ass.
I don't know if you saw him from that angle.
Whatever.
As soon as the pictures hit the internet, the catty remarks started. Jennifer defended her shape on her blog, stating, a size 2 is not fat.
Yeah, size 2 is not fat, but of course you're not anywhere close to a size 2, but and even you're not fat. I never said she's fat, Terry. I never said her body is something she's got to worry about. I never said that she's got to lose weight. I never said that she is a woman who's let herself even go to a proportion that is anywhere near something that she has to worry about. She's the one all worried about. All I said is know where you're at right now and don't try to rock a bikini when it's time for a one-piece. And I got all these emails saying, T-Man, you dumbass, you don't even know that a one-piece isn't going to cover up all the cottage cheese that was coming out the bottom and the areas that were dripping over the sides. Of course. I mean, don't you think I put on enough women's bathing suits to know that I understand that a one-piece isn't going to stop the cellulite from coming out the bottom? I know that, but it's about the mindset. And I thought I explained this yesterday. Why did I take 300 emails from people saying that I don't realize that a one-piece isn't going to hide the situation? It's not about hiding the situation. The situation doesn't necessarily need to be hidden. It's just about understanding where you're at. And don't try to hang on to any dream out there. Now, maybe she can get herself, if this is something that's very much of an interest of hers, to get back into bikini shape. But when you see someone in a one-piece, you know that the likelihood is, or a very decent chance that there may be a couple of cellulite cells dripping out the side, the bottom, or something like that. And that's just something that doesn't stand out in any way. And you understand, okay, here's a person who knows where they're at. They're not trying to live the dream that doesn't exist anymore.
You have 2 minutes left.
She doesn't have the 2001 body from Heartbreakers, the movie Heartbreakers anymore, Terry. And no one's upset about that. This is her new body. This is a very in look, by the way. The thick look is very in. So just put on a one-piece and let's call it a day. Put on a one-piece. Even though she had one of those grandma bikinis on, Terry, it still didn't look right. That's all I'm saying. Know where you're at. It's all about her mindset, Terry. And she found out quicker than anyone that she does not belong even in that grandma-looking bikini that she had on. And now she's all up and bothered about it, and she's screaming at all the people that made comments that they're the bad people. She's the W. Put on the grandma bikini, Terry.
As soon as the pictures hit the internet, the catty remarks started. Jennifer defended her shape on her blog, stating, a size 2 is not fat. And she urged other girls to put on a bikini, put it on, and stay strong.
Oh, yeah, so you could be humiliated like she was. That's nice. Put on a bikini no matter what size you are. All right.
Yep.
That's the way it's going to be? That's the way we're deciding to go about this, Terry?
Yes.
Okay. So, bikinis galore. I'm fine with it.
All right. Finally. You're fine with it.
I'm not going to put up a big fight over this.
All right.
I don't think it makes much sense. I think there are a lot of nice bathing suits for a lot of nice bodies out there. And,
sure.
And only 7.8% of the bodies are skinny enough, and skinny is not even an in term, Terry, are skinny enough or toned enough or hard-bodied enough to be wearing a real, true, modern-day looking bikini, which she did not have on even, Terry. I think the bodies that belong in bikinis are those type of skinnier bodies. But you want to change the overall rules? That's fine.
The controversy was all the buzz at the Hollywood Reporter event honoring the 100 most powerful women in entertainment.
They're talking about it at this friggin' event, Terry.
I think there's a line that's crossed, you know, when they do detailed close-ups and when they invade your privacy.
I just felt so bad about that whole thing for her. I think she's absolutely beautiful, and, you know, I think I'm really proud of her for defending herself.
Despite the drama, Jennifer was all smiles as she showed off her engagement ring.
Beautiful.
Guy wanted to reach out and take that back.
Oh, jeez.
I have a fat girlfriend.
Stop it.
I have a fat fiance now.
She's definitely heading in the wrong direction. I better cut and run.
Come on now.
1-866-663-T-Man. Give me a quick story, Terry. So that wasn't more than 5 minutes, right? I made the cut.
That was 5 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, jeez. What else? Well, I can't keep anything within a time limit. What else is going on, Terry? And then back to the phones I go. What else do you have?
Well, according to a new study that is going to be published in the American Journal of Public Health, men who lose their virginity in their 20s seem to be more likely to experience sexual problems that include difficulty becoming sexually aroused and reaching orgasm. So basically...
All right, so obviously you're bringing up the story to try to throw a dagger back at me, Terry. I have gone on record many times saying that I didn't lose my virginity till I was 21 years of age, and you're trying to suggest that I have some penile problems. Is that what you're talking about, Terry?
Well, it wasn't me saying this. I'm just reading this story.
It's not a coincidence that Terry's decided to bring this story up after I've gone on Jennifer Love Hewitt for such a long period of time. She's finding stories that subtly will attack me, ladies and gentlemen. And keep in mind, I was ready to have sex in freshman year of high school, Terry. 13, 14 years of age, I was good to go. It was just a situation where every girl was not willing to throw me a bone. Every last one. And I always liked the best-looking girls, so that was probably my problem. But even when I decided that, hey, I got to downgrade, I got to realize where I'm at, I got to let go of the dream, I got to start asking some of the less good-looking girls, some of the real hefty girls, some of the ones that don't get as much attention, I got to start making my moves on them. They turned me down. And then finally, after 7-some-odd long years of waiting, somewhere in college, some very thoughtful lady threw me a bone, and then I was off to the races, Terry. But you're telling me that your story says because I was forced to wait till a later age to lose my virginity, that I could be facing some impotency problems? Is that what you're getting at with this story?
Yeah.
Very
says,
nice.
Around 21 to 23 years of age, if you're waiting that long,
that's what it makes the impact?
No, it says that if you wait, like you said, early in your 20s, if you're waiting until you're 21 to 23 to lose your virginity, yes, you will probably have some kind of dysfunction later on down the road.
In life. This story, and I talked about how the penis is a muscle, Terry, and it's a use it or lose it proposition, just like any other muscle in the body. If you get off to a late start, it only stands to reason that you haven't built up that muscle enough. And this story is really, the way it should be discussed is that all these men and a lot of women out there that love the idea of waiting, see what you're doing to yourselves, you're putting yourselves in a tougher position to have true high-quality lovemaking for the rest of your life. Because here now you're telling us this is a scientific study that says if you wait, you're risking the virility and the ability to have sex in a top-flight, hardened state. That's what long and short of it is, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And they even talk about, teaching the whole abstinence thing to the teenagers now who, do those promises.
Yes. If the day comes that I ever do start having any difficulties in that arena, Terry, you think I'm going to sit and rest on my laurels and worry about it and talk to it and be all worried and bothered? No, I will just run out to the first drugstore I can find, buy a Pez dispenser, load it up with Viagra, and run around town with that.
I'm fine.
I ain't worried.
Watch.
Chew them one at a time like they're pieces of candy.
There you go.
So don't think you're worrying me, baby.
Oh,
all right?
Would never think that.
Okay, thank you so much. Andre called yesterday. Do you remember Andre being on the line?
Mm-hmm.
He's a man in the service. Mm-hmm. He has a fellow serviceman. What armed force are you in, Andre?
Well, actually, we're government contractors on Fort Lewis.
Okay, so you're not in the military?
Oh, not anymore, no.
Okay, and you have a co-worker who, if I remember your call yesterday that we didn't have time for, and I asked you to call back, and now here you are. You have a coworker that met a girl within the past couple of months and already is talking about marriage, and you're trying to knock some sense into him that that's not the way it should be done in this day and age, and he is just too far gone. Is that right?
That's correct. He has a huge Japanese fetish, and he met her
I don't blame him.
We met about 3 months ago and got her pregnant, and now she wants. Yeah.
She's pregnant.
Country. Yeah.
Well, it's too late for this then.
4 months.
So we got her pregnant in the first couple of months of them hanging out. Is that right?
Yep. A couple months of hanging out. She's 30 years old. She's a foreign exchange student.
So what is he mulling over as far as his options? What are you telling him he should do? What is he thinking he should do?
Well, he wants to get married in the next week or so. I think that her whole purpose of coming here was to get a green card and get pregnant.
Well, so, whether that's the case or not, it's almost too late to discuss that because now she is pregnant. So they have this, and she's obviously not going to be considering an abortion, or is it too late, or is that something that she's not having on the radar? What's the story?
Well, from what I understand, he's right here. From what I understand, he wants to get the abortion, and she's not too. She doesn't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. She wants to be tied to him.
All right, well, so they have this bond that can never be untied. This child will be a link that they have between them no matter what happens from this moment forward. And he's thinking because she's uninterested in getting an abortion that he should do the honorable thing and marry her. Is that right?
Well, yeah, correct. But she's already considered illegal because her student visa's already run out. So,
and if they get married, she's legal then, right?
You think he's being stupid and he should do what? What are your thoughts on this? If you're him, what do you do?
I would send her back. I don't know. I think
send her back. That is
COD.
All right, let's see. I'll have the child support roll.
Yeah.
Spicy Life's over roll.
Yes, those are very tasty, by the way. Yeah. And a miso soup. Anyway.
Always.
And there
Andre 2000.
Yeah.
What's that, Terry?
Yeah, she may figure that he may learn to love her eventually.
I don't know if sending her back, even though you say that's what instinctively you would do, is really on the table as far as an option with all things considered. Do you understand, Andre, or no?
I understand. I don't know if I agree.
Now, whether or not he decides just to live with her or live near her and have the who's screaming in the background? Is that him? He's losing his mind right now?
Well, yeah,
does he need to be restrained? Is he going off?
What gets me is her mom wants to come over here now, and her sister's already been here, and she divorced her husband after a year getting her green card. So sounds to me like it's a family plan.
So you think the man has been played? This was a strategic maneuver from the word go, and that he fell right into the Japanese trap here.
Ooh.
He is being played for a sucker, 100%.
Well, then, whose fault is that?
Well, yeah, but that's why you have buddies to look out.
So where were you? Yeah, where were you? If you're so sure about how everything's gone down, where were you when he could have taken your advice when it actually could have been effective, as opposed to now with the "I told you so"s?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, no, he fucked up.
Lord.
Okay, you can't say you can't say that word on the air. I know that's probably what he did, but the F word really is something that is frowned upon by the Federal Communications Commission, and we can't air it. I don't know why. It seems kind of hypocritical to me, but that's the way it is. But he did do just that, yes.
So,
even though we couldn't air it, Terry.
Yeah.
Oh, poor guy. Well, if this guy himself wants to call and figure out what the most righteous and logical and best plan for his situation, Terry, then I'd be happy to talk to him. But using Andre as the messenger, I don't know. Andre thinks he's got a lot of 20/20 vision, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the hindsight vision, you know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Nia!
Whole family's coming over.
It worked. She's pregnant so quick. Oh. Nia, you're on the air.
Here. That's a big deal.
Nia, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, Nia, you're on the air.
Naya.
Oh, Nia, I'm sorry.
She didn't answer.
I didn't realize that NIA was up. Yes, of course. No problem there. I will pronounce your name correctly from this point forward, Nia. What can we do for you, love?
I heard on this Canadian radio station this morning, and I wanted to know,
Canadian
Terry,
radio.
Yeah.
if Terry had heard anything about it. It was their health tip of the day. It said
we need to start doing a health tip of the day, Terry.
Oh, wow.
Good bit.
Okay.
Crap.
All right.
People love like health and stuff.
Yeah, health tip in the morning.
That sounds really good.
Yes. Little parfait on the VJ.
No, it's not.
Parfait on the VJ. Wednesdays on the Team Edge.
It is. It's plain yogurt, right?
What did they suggest? Let Nia say what she heard.
Dipping yogurt or dipping tampons in yogurt.
In plain yogurt.
Yeah.
Plain,
it has to be plain,
unflavored?
Yes.
What if I want a nice boysenberry VJ?
No.
What if I want the mountain huckleberry vagina?
No.
Grow up.
And you would
What if
do
I want
that?
an Oreo
find
Blizzard?
That insane. Isn't that not healthy to put things up in your hoo-ha?
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Is
yeah,
that the
put
Canadian
a
word?
tampon up there. So
Probably a man's private part too. It's probably how it started.
Dipping your tampon in plain yogurt.
Yeah, that's what.
What the hell
that
happened
was
to this
years ago.
family
I
show
heard,
that
I'm actually serving that at my holiday party at my house.
Wow.
because it has to do with the yeast in the plain yogurt too.
All right. Well, I'm on
the active culture. Correct.
I'm on a strict vagina diet, and it doesn't allow for dairy products.
Well,
what if your vagina is lactose intolerant, Terry? You still go for that or what? You don't want to get that irritable vagina syndrome. So you are you suggesting, Naya, that you have a yeast infection as we're talking to you right now? Because
I knew you were going to ask me that.
do I got to put the condom over the microphone right now? What do I got to do here, Terry? I don't like yeast in my world.
For myself, didn't I?
Well, I mean, it's a logical question considering your fascination with this health tip. I have to wonder whether this hits a little close to home. You know what I'm saying? Is that something you're currently trying to rid yourself of, or what?
No, I was just on a long drive and interested and wanted to hear what Terry had to say.
I have heard of that. Yes.
Well, Terry has cornered the market on the yeast infections, and she is the resident expert, and she has confirmed even before you even threw it out there. She doesn't need to listen to some Canadian hack radio show to know about the health of her vagina. She knows all the tricks of the VJ trade, and I
don't get you guys very well up here.
Where are you calling from?
Bellingham.
All right, we're all over the map, yes. And now you're in our range, and now Terry has confirmed for you before she even heard what the health tip was. She seconded the motion before she even heard what the crazy Canucks up there are talking about as far as their health tips.
Jeez. Ask them how to keep from vomiting when hearing their health tip of the day. See if they have a remedy for that.
All right, well, thank you guys.
Okay, there you go. Very nice. Next time you get a yeast infection, just plow the fields with yogurt. Very good. Just nasty.
Isn't there like a pill or something you can
Yeah,
take?
there
That
is.
seems
There's over-the-counter stuff,
Seems
too,
a little
yes.
archaic to be shoving things in your private area.
Right. There is,
I got a
over-the-counter
stomach ache. I hear cauliflower in the rectum really does it.
Terry, we got the whole West Coast covered. They come up from Mexico to San Diego. They're listening. They come down from Vancouver into Washington. They're listening. And this is what they bring on their way. This is what they bring on their commute. This is their contribution from other countries. Yogurt in the vagina.
Great name for a band, by the way.
Yogurt.
I think it's probably taken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hundreds of years of medical science, and this is what we have.
Oh, I can't wait to go see Yogurt in the Vagina this weekend.
I hope they play their new one.
Oh, yeah, they're playing. Okay, well, I'm happy that you were able to help that woman, Terry.
Well, I
Terry was all over it.
I'm sure she's spooning it in right now.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't have a yeast infection. But it never hurts to be preemptive.
The T-Man Show.
Is Jessica Simpson dating Dallas Cowboy quarterback Tony Romo? Tony intercepted Kevin Frazier's attempt to get him on the record about the romance.
You have a great new girlfriend.
We're not going to talk about my personal life tonight, so I appreciate it. The football great flew solo at teammate Terrell Owens' birthday bash and Catch a Dream Foundation fundraiser.
I tell you what, if he's going to be with Jessica Simpson, he's going to have to up his wardrobe.
Yeah, Tony Romo looks like the kind of white guy that has no idea how to dress, Terry.
Yeah.
So Terrell Owens was probably actually giving him a good piece of advice.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe Terrell could take him out and do a little shopping with him if Terrell has the ability to be social on any level with any other human being besides Terrell Owens.
But we realize that he can't, right?
Well, that's what the word is, that Terrell Owens has no ability to be social with anyone, but it sounds like he found someone to take under his wing, at least in a fashion way. Yes, it's always nice when someone who knows how to dress can take someone under their wing and become their personal shopper. Maybe that's what Terrell Owens can do for Tony Romo, considering that he's got a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
I love when my friends want to go shopping with me.
Isn't that hot?
What time should we meet? Just let me know. I'm there.
Terry, didn't you have some Jessica Simpson news this morning you wanted to share with us? Or
yeah,
no?
I was just going to tell you that she's actually, according to In Touch Weekly, she's been approached to play Sandy in a new remake of Grease.
Yes, I'm feeling that there needs to be a new redone version of the movie Grease because you can only see it on the cable channels twice a week, Terry.
Yeah.
I need more Grease coming at me that I have with TBS and all these channels putting it on all the time. And Jessica Simpson would make a good Sandy, is that right?
I guess they think she would.
I don't know. She thinks her mouth gets really big, Terry. This could really be kind of phallic-looking as her in the Sandy innocent role that's supposed to be portrayed as.
Yeah, well.
Now, yes, Jessica Simpson's a pretty innocent type overall, but she just, when she sings, her mouth, it looks like it's gonna basically, what's that character who just can snap the neck all the way back and open them. Oh, never mind. I don't even know where I'm going with this. What else is, you get the point, I think. Nope. Okay, good. What else is going on, please? What else is happening in the world?
Well, thanks to cooking shows, apparently, more boys are asking for toy kitchens for Christmas this year.
The Easy Bake Oven's more popular than ever, and the little boys out there
this is
as well.
According to a culture expert at Syracuse University.
King of the fruits.
Yeah.
Okay, we're
Thanks
gathering
to Food
the gifts.
Network.
We're gathering the gifts already together for my son. My oldest one is 2.5. Well, actually, he's going to be 3 in February.
Right.
My youngest is not even a year old. And already, we're not buying little fruity, soft candy center gifts that are adding to this plague that I keep talking about, known as the pussification of men that is running rampant and giving all kinds of cooking. Hey, I'm all for, you want to be an adult male that cooks? Wonderful. More power to you. But allow a kid just a moment to feel himself through before you start smothering him with all the cooking shows and all the accessories that go along with watching it. Please, give the kid a fighting chance.
Haven't you ever seen Iron Chef or Hell's Kitchen or Top Chef?
I was about to tell you that a starter drum set has already been purchased. I hope he's not listening. For my oldest of the 2 sons, Terry.
Yeah,
yes, he's
all right.
Pound away on his quest to become the next Tommy Lee with a 9-inch donger and all the videos he can make.
You measure
That's living a masculine lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Your wife will light it on fire within a week.
No, it's fine if these young men want to start cooking at age what? How old are we talking about here? Age 7, age 8? What are the ranges of?
Well, it doesn't actually give an age, but I mean, I know that my young son would probably love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, no, it's all right. Don't worry about that. What's the so it's like from? Do they give an age range or no?
No, they do not.
All right. Is your son watching these cooking shows that they're talking about, or what?
Well, no, but he does see us, me cooking in the kitchen, his dad cooking in the kitchen. So he'll pretend he's doing something. He's thinking, I'm making lunch or whatever.
But if you want to watch these cooking shows to beat the paddywhacker to Rachel Ray, Terry, that I understand.
Have you seen the Italian lady?
At age 4, give or take, whatever. To start watching cooking shows because your parents are pretty much throwing it in your face, let the kids decide who they're going to be.
Well, if they're
That's
actually
why I'm shoving the drumsticks into my son's hands.
Well, but
he loves drumming already, Terry. It's not something I pushed on him.
Right.
He loves pounding on stuff. You doubt him being my son, or what?
Oh no, but
okay.
But I mean, if that is something that actually interests them and they ask for it, you're not shoving it in their face.
Oh, geez. Well, I'm not necessarily seeing this as the biggest symptom out there, Terry, but I can't deny that it's yet just another symptom of these soft new generation of fruity pussification of men that are just swarming the new generations of the boys out there, Terry.
It's a world of Connors, Taylors, and Spencers.
Mm-hmm.
Soft little names on soft little kids with their little easy bake ovens.
But they make great chefs.
You're cool with boys having kitchens at age 5, Terry?
Absolutely. I think it's great.
Well, remember the big back in the way old days, and I don't know. I remember seeing when I was the age of the kids you're talking about, seeing shows about the storyline was the parents were concerned that the boy was playing with dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And now no one talks about, all right, fine. That's fine. All the easy bake ovens you can handle. How about that? Wonderful. terrific trend.
Hey, Dad, I made some pot brownies.
Well, I think it's not
You're making
a
pot
bad...
brownies, kid. You're a great story.
I don't think
But
it's
anything
bad
short
to
of
give...
making pot brownies has got me a little concerned.
Yeah,
and not concerned about sexuality, Terry. There's nothing to do with that. There's no corresponding link to sexuality here. It's just about the overall level of boys being masculine.
I don't think teaching your
cooking at 4 is not masculine.
Your son how to, cook is, yes, it's fine. They need those skills later on in life anyway.
Okay. Wonderful. What else is going on, Terry, please? And then I'm going to go back to the phones. Anything anyone wants to talk about? 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number to call. I have been warning you all for years now that there is a really very subtle but strong destructive plague overtaking our land known as the pussification of men. There is no limits to the age as far as where it's taking over, Terry. It's men in their 20s, and it goes all the way down, starting all early at age 4 with the desires for getting their Christmas gifts in the cooking variety. Oh, gotta have the muffin maker and the juicer and all the accessories that I could put in my play kitchen. Wonderful.
My husband cooks. He's a great cooker.
Your husband is an adult man.
He did it when he was younger,
male who's made a decision after being through a lot of seeing what's out there being offered to have some cooking skills. That's wonderful. Having cooking skills is terrific. I wish I had more cooking skills. I can't even make toast. So I'm not getting on any guy that has some cooking skills. But that's not necessarily what we're talking about here, Terry.
But he grew up in a house, too, where his dad did all of the cooking.
I grew up watching Three's Company and thinking to myself, man, Jack's kind of cool, and he's a chef. I want to be a chef.
Right.
But it never really happened.
But you got good at falling over the couch, though. That you could do.
Mm-hmm. I especially like that episode where there was a misunderstanding.
Oh,
but anyway,
my gosh. I hate that.
That was a funny one.
Oh,
yes.
jeez. I feel so bad.
Uh-huh. What else is happening, Terry? What else is going on in the world?
A new study finds that bad kissing can actually doom a relationship. In fact, there's a 3 in 5 chance that a bad kisser in a relationship will actually destroy it.
I thought you even brought this up recently. Women shouldn't tolerate putting up with a bad kisser because that is the hors d'oeuvre that will lead to a bad main course.
Well, they say in this study that genders look at kissing totally different.
Terry, if a fruity candy-centered 5-year-old gave you a little hors d'oeuvre-like treat that he made in his Christmas-bought kitchen that he's preparing food in, and the first offering of the morsel that you took down at his making didn't taste good, would you then be looking forward to a big meal? Of course you wouldn't. So any guy who's a bad kisser is going to be bad sexually. End of story. Now, luckily for me, any woman out there who's been lucky,
I know.
Any woman out there who's been lucky enough to be truly kissed by me knows I deliver the kiss that kills.
Oh,
now, how do you know if you're a good kisser, though? I never got that.
Well, obviously, we're talking to someone here that is not.
Yeah, I'm probably
You're not. You don't like to kiss.
Oh, you know it.
I wouldn't know. I mean, how do you know? That was awful. Thanks for the kiss.
The one downside, my tongue could tend to get a little too violent at times, Terry. I got to keep it in check. I understand that.
My tongue has a bow and arrow. Watch out.
Mm-hmm. Shay in San Francisco. Hello. Shay, are you with us this morning?
Hello?
Shay, you're on the air. Yes, get us off.
I was doing my hair. Sorry, but
me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get us off speakerphone. Why would you do your own hair when there's JCPenney out there? What?
Jesus.
Are we on speakerphone or what?
Yeah.
All right, take us off speaker. We really want to talk to you and not the. Listen,
okay.
if you're not willing to take us off speaker, I'm going to someone else because I can't stand speaker. It just makes me crazy.
Okay, I'll get off speakerphone.
All right, I knew that would do it, Terry. Mm-hmm.
Okay, hello.
Oh, there you are, Shay! Your hair looks great!
Okay.
What can we do for you, baby?
The problem, I'm having a relationship problem with my ex-boyfriend, but now recent boyfriend.
So he's come back in your life again?
Yeah. We were together for like a year, and then one day he just up and left.
Without really any warning, without any fanfare, without any real preconceived notion that things were falling apart. One day you just looked up and he was nowhere to be found. Is that what you're telling us or what?
Pretty much, yeah.
Kind of blindsided you with his departure?
Yeah.
Now, did he leave the area that you live in, or he just left your life and he was still floating around town?
No, he actually went to Southern California.
Okay, so he left your area. What city are you calling from?
San Francisco.
All right, so he left and went to Southern Cal.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He was going for like almost another year.
And all of a sudden, he just plops back on your doorstep a year later saying, hey, let's pick up where we left off, honey.
Well, no, he was actually here for 2 months before we got together, back together. Mm-hmm. And then we've been back together for like a month now. And
all right, so you're already back together. He's already running your joints. You got to be aware that he may just be interested in running your joints and bringing you the ruckus for a good 2-3 months, and then he's going to be off and running again.
No, well, he told me why he left.
Well, why didn't he tell you why he left? Didn't you deserve the courtesy? Wait, let me just ask you this question.
He should have told me. If he was having relationship problems, he should have told me, but it wasn't that. Prior to us being together, he was already with someone else in Southern California.
Oh, well, that makes it better.
Getting pregnant by him, and so that's why he left.
And you never got a word of understanding as to why he was gone. You truly had no idea where he went.
No, I didn't know. I had a good relationship with his family, and they were like, it was surprising to them, too, because,
Tari,
he's not the type of person to just leave.
Tari.
Yeah?
Tari!
Yeah?
Here's a girl who goes out with a guy for a year, invests herself in him, is obviously sexually attached to him, emotionally attached to him. One day she looks around, not a note, not a boyfriend to be found, and she has to wonder where he went for a full solid year. He was gone. He was gone for a year?
Yeah, he was gone for a year.
And then all of a sudden,
before my birthday. My birthday's in June.
And now he sashays back into town with all these undeniable, reasonable excuses as to why he was unable to tell her about why he had to go, and he should be forgiven. And now that she's a month into having sex with him again, because I guarantee you they had sex, if not the first night, then real damn quick. Now she's wondering whether she should have taken him back so quickly.
Duh, right.
Yeah, we did, but, I mean, those feelings came back. And
well, here's the answer to your question. You should take him back only if you're willing to have this happen to you again, and you could be fine with that. If this is going to really hurt you badly when he up and leaves again, well, then you should not.
I don't know if we should still be there, because I don't want him to leave again.
You don't want him to leave again because you'll be heartbroken?
Yeah.
Well, the odds are probably in the favor of another breaking of your very fragile heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because when he left, I ended up getting pregnant.
Oh, great. And he didn't even have he probably knew about that. He didn't have the courtesy to even tell you where he was.
Well, I didn't tell him. I didn't know at the time I was pregnant.
Doesn't matter. You were going out. You were a serious couple. He didn't even have the courtesy to tell you where he was for a year.
Yeah, so I don't know what to do. Now he has our daughter with him.
It's too late now. Now you're back. You're reinvested in him, and you're a couple. So you made the decisions before you even thought it out. So now you got to live with it. You are now back in each other's world, and I'm just telling you, don't be shocked one iota if the day comes again where history repeats itself, and you wake up, you look at his pillow, there's nothing on it, there's just
you don't think he would stay for his child here?
He may, but I wouldn't put money on it.
No, neither would I.
So, I mean, I don't know what to do. Should we not be together? Or
you're not going to be together in the future anyway, unfortunately. Because
enjoy it while you have it, and maybe it lasts a lifetime. The odds are not in that camp, but enjoy it while you have it and see how long it goes. It's too late to turn back now, Shay. You've been together a month again. He's involved in his kid's life now. There's no decision to be made at this point. A decision could have been made a month ago. You didn't call us then. You didn't think about it then.
Well, I was in heat a month ago. I wasn't thinking.
You were in heat a month ago.
But
and now the heat is not part of what's going on in your system, and you're able to think clearly. Tara, she's saying she was so horny a month ago that she wasn't able to use any working area of her brain. Right. Is that just a cop-out, or is that something that really
no,
is true?
I mean, but the reality is, as you are saying, T-Man, that's all fine and dandy. Have a nice sex partner, because that's all you're going to have, but anything for the future is not It's not going to happen.
He's going to be nice to her for a while,
for a
Terry. He's going to treat her well for a while. This is all new and fresh to him again, and it will continue to deteriorate as the months go on. He's going to start taking you for granted more. He's going to start going out more and not caring about that you're bothered by it. And then one day he may finalize it by up and leaving again. But if you're cool with that, and it sounds like a month ago you made the decision that you are for a guy who you realized didn't even have the courtesy to send you a postcard, drop you an email, something to give you an indication that he's even alive.
Well, he said he tried to call me, but
whatever.
My number hasn't, it's like it hasn't changed, and I still was around the same.
Yeah, phone calls can be very hard to connect these days. Wayne is right in your area in San Francisco, and he wants to give you his thoughts on this. Wayne, are you there?
Yeah, sure. What's up, T-Man? How's it going, everybody?
Pretty good. Thanks for asking.
I don't mean to be rude or nothing, but you was a straight fool to take him back.
Yep.
First, he went to Southern California to go get a baby, to probably go buy his little tyke a little kitchen set. You know what I mean? And now he comes back, and he comes back to Frisco because she probably done kicked him out, and now he at your front door, and now you're in heat, and now you were pregnant, and now you gonna get a little kitchen set as well.
Now tell her what she...
No.
Wayne, tell Shay...
We got back together was for our daughter. I mean, we had discussed it.
He wanted to have sex with you again. Tell Shay...
What's invested? There's nothing invested. What's invested is your time being wasted and his time being occupied by someone else, and he's coming back and getting it occupied by you anytime he wants, anywhere he pleases. And like T-Man said, he's going to do it again.
And now his favorite place to occupy is your vagina. Tell Shay, if not Uranus, tell Shay, Wayne, what she missed out by not making the proper choice. Tell her what she's missing by not being with a great individual like Wayne in San Francisco.
Well, she missed out on a lot of things if she was with me.
Because I know you're calling because you feel like you are a little bit attracted to the thought that, first of all, she's close to you and she's saying some things that are turning you on. So you know that you kind of want her. So tell her the things that she's missing if she would have had you.
T-Man, if she had a man like me, first of all, everything would be good and gravy. Simple as that. With turkey and everything, Thanksgiving time is coming.
Thanksgiving every day.
Yeah, it's coming.
You're gonna go out there and have
Thanksgiving
fun,
all year round?
Wow, I can't wait.
Every day's a parade?
Whoa.
I mean, that sounds good and well. He said the same thing, but I mean, he left for a whole year.
And he said the same thing, and like you just said, he left for a whole year. So expect it to happen again.
I think you two should continue this conversation over a coffee and a Danish. Shay, what area of San Francisco are you in right now?
Right now, I stay in Fillmore.
All right, and how far is that from you, where you're at right now, Wayne?
Oh, that's not far at all. I mean, shoot, I'm probably right down the street. If you in the
all right. So Wayne is going to be wearing a flower in his hair as he sits in a Starbucks. I hate mentioning Starbucks. As he sits in a, where would Wayne be in the next hour from now? Where is Wayne going to be that Shay may just accidentally be able to pop in on?
Wayne's going to be chilling in his house, kicking and listening to the T-Man. But ain't going to be on for the whole hour, but still, I'll be kicking it until it's over with.
Well, Shay may just be passing by Wayne's house, and she needs to stop in for a little bite of Cheerios, Terry, and they need to become friends, Terry. That's what I see.
That's what you think, T-Man?
That's what I'm thinking, yes.
Why?
Because I don't want you to live your life. I don't want you to live your life thinking about what you may have missed and not capitalizing on the moment with Wayne.
Well, I don't have a problem getting a guy. I mean, if that's what you're saying. I mean,
well, but do you think you're a smart girl? I mean,
You're calling Wayne just any guy?
Sure,
Terry, that was a great question. Ask again.
You need to just drop in and get on with your life. Go on with your party life. You probably sound like you're about 21, 22 years old.
Yeah.
Probably about 5'4", 5'5".
Whoa!
You probably weigh about 130, 140. Am I
Wow,
correct?
sounds like he's picking out outfits for you in his closet.
I'm thick. I'm like 160.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Can I ask my question?
Put it in a one piece and bring it over.
I can tell by the voice. You probably wear about a size 8, maybe a size 10. You know what I mean?
Man, dude, you are a little scary right now. You're a little creeping me out. He is stalking you.
And right now you're brushing your hair.
I know.
I'm going to need some of that hair to
Can I
complete
ask her a
my
question?
doll in my closet, please.
Can I ask her a question?
Of course you can ask Shay a question, Shay. What's the question?
Shay, do you consider yourself a pretty smart girl?
Yes, I know I I am.
Okay,
No,
if
I
you
think I'm
know,
pretty damn dumb.
No. If you consider yourself
how are people going to answer that question? Is what I'm asking you, Terry.
Then of course you think you're smart, but you're not being that way right now.
Oh, jeez.
You're being pretty.
Yeah, Terry, you should tell her, because considering you're a woman and you got a family-occupied home, you got family values and morals, it's something to
You're about a size 6.
You have dark black hair.
I'm going to need toenail clippings from you, Terry.
Be smart.
Terry's thinking you're not acting like the smart woman that you are, Shay. Not that she can never break the bond that they have, that being the child, Terry.
I understand
she's going to be linked to this man till the day she dies.
Right, and I understand that. But the reality is, and the smart move is that he's taking advantage of you and you're allowing it.
The fact that you're sitting there, Shay, saying and accepting that he tried to call you over the past year. But it was unsuccessful attempts every time he tried.
That's hard.
Can I say something in my defense?
Yes, you can.
Like, the only thing is that I didn't have a relationship with my dad, you know? And since we have a daughter together, the first one got confused, corny, okay, we did it. Now as I can think, and I'm just like, okay, well, maybe I do want them to have a relationship, because I don't want them to grow up.
Listen to me, just because you didn't have a relationship with your dad, don't overcompensate and think you're doing your daughter any favors by bringing a guy in who could possibly be a fair-weather guy who, when he feels like he wants to pick up and leave you for a year or two, is going to say, I have to go out and get some smokes, and then, I got lost, but I tried to call.
Yeah.
And 5 years later,
Wayne is offering to be there every day for the rest of your life.
Never.
Really, Wayne? Are you serious?
Oh, Shay, I don't want you to get to. Hey, you gotta have her running over my house, T-man. You gonna have her running over my house.
Wait, you're saying she's invited over to your house right now?
No.
No, she's not invited over.
I wouldn't come. It would not happen for the simple mistake that she already done made.
Mm-hmm. So she's not invited into your home right now, Wayne, is what you're saying?
No, I don't care if she came over butt naked. It ain't gonna happen.
But if she wasn't pregnant, she could, right? I mean,
But if she really wants to come over butt naked, sure.
She's not pregnant anymore. She's had the child, right?
Hey, gravity takes toll.
Oh, jeez. Okay, Wayne wants an untapped woman.
No,
okay, very good. And there goes the life and times of Shay and Wayne. Oh, they were such a happy couple for a minute there, Terry. But it didn't really last. Wayne, who would you like us to send over to your house right now?
My wife.
Oh,
you're
he's
married.
My wife.
Oh, I didn't hear that part of it. I didn't hear you're a married man. And you actually want your wife sent over your house?
I'm a happily married man. I mean, when I mean happily, I mean T-man. I'm happy. I got a beautiful wife.
All right, keep telling yourself that. You start to believe it. Okay, wonderful. He's got a beautiful wife, and he's as happy as a married man can be. Whatever. I'm not impressed. Yeah, I kind of am, actually. Anyway, that's wonderful. Didn't that sound nice, Terry, the way he finalized that?
Yes.
He's got a beautiful wife. He's as happy as a married man can be, and he just called to tell Shay to try to get her into the happy place that he's in right now. So his call, despite what my instincts told me, were for a call with bad intentions, Terry. He was not trying to lure her into his world. He just wanted to give her some sound advice. I apologize to you, Wayne. What's that?
I'm trying to give the girl a hand. I'm trying to help her out here. You know, it's like a little kid at the playground, but she need a bag of Skittles.
Perfect analogy. Yeah. Okay. Wayne, thank you for that. I guess. 1-866-663 T-Man. Back after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Yes.
I know there's still some very important stories on your pile this morning that need to be discussed as far as keeping us posted on all the important news items of this morning. So before I get too more caught up in other things or phone calls or whatever, please hit me with some things that we need to know. What do you have there, baby?
Well, first of all, I have a story out of New York where a sperm donor. A sperm
donor?
Wow.
A sperm donor.
Yeah, I heard the sperm donor story. Isn't he liable to pay child support because he donated sperm, 20 years ago to some
18
woman
years
in
ago.
need?
Yeah, to a coworker, a friend and a coworker who he said he did it as a friendly gesture.
She desperately needed someone with some potent working sperm. He tries to do a nice thing and give her the gift that is the greatest gift any person can give another, that being the gift of life.
Right.
And look where he's at now. Now she's going after him for child support 20 years later.
Man, I hope my towel doesn't sue me.
Well,
I hope my rug doesn't sue me.
The thing, but what they're saying, what the judge is saying, is that even though there was a oral agreement that he would not have,
that's why I got involved in the first place. I love the oral agreement. Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
My goodness. Jeez. Okay. The reason that
the verbal agreement,
the verbal agreement did not hold up in court is because this man.
Stand up in court.
Oh no, that's the problem.
Stood up when I killed him.
The man sent presents and cards to the child over the years sporadically.
He kept in touch with the
and
child.
So kind of kept in touch.
This woman raised the child as a single
mom?
With
with her partner, with her female partner.
She is a lesbian woman who needed the sperm of a man to bring about the family that obviously she always dreamed about, the picket fence, the lesbian lover. You know how it all is dreamt about from day one, Terry. And this man puts himself out there and donates his sperm. And now this woman, after all these years, is going after him for child support?
Looks that way, yes.
Or is it her going after him or what? Because the audacity of that is just to such a degree that it is preposterous, Terry, and it's gonna ward off any man who's considering donating sperm for a needy cause like this in the future. There are lesbian women that want to have families, and they need to get their sperm situations in some way, and this, just because the man sent a card or kept in touch and made a phone call here and there to the child, should not mean, if he's not interested in supporting the child, because that wasn't the original agreement, that he should now be forced into it, Terry. That's wrong. Has to buy the kid an Easy Bake Oven now after all these years, because that's what everyone wants this Christmas, you're telling us.
Well, mostly boys, yes.
Is this a boy child or a girl child?
It is a boy.
Oh, boy.
It's a boy.
He wants the oven.
And how many years ago did this happen again?
It happened back in the 1980s. The child
what
was
year
born.
Exactly. Do you know the year?
The child was born in 1989.
89. So the child is 18 years old now. And even once they get to 18, isn't child support pretty much done with?
No, you can petition to have
rears.
No, you can have.
She wants back pay?
No, for like college and so on and so forth.
Jeez.
Did the lesbian woman that this woman used to house herself up with, is she still with that woman or
yes,
no? I get this.
Yes.
They are still together. Then why are they harassing this man, trying to get money out of him?
I can't answer that question for you.
It's just going to ruin any real feelings of trust and faith in the donor world for now to the end of time.
Two gay men would never sue. It's a woman thing.
Is this a woman thing, Terry? Is this a woman thing?
You know, that guy, he owes us money.
What else is going on, please? What else is happening?
I have a story about a man who's been accused of stealing sex dolls. During a drunken night out, he broke
had some time to kill today.
He broke into a sex shop and stole several blow-up sex dolls.
It gets a little lonely around the holidays.
I guess so, including one that talks that was going for about $270. 26-year-old gentleman called it a drunken, stupid...
We gotta get dolls to talk? He wanted the dolls to talk? Interesting.
Yeah, they used a surveillance video at the shop and identified him and arrested him.
Kanita, you're on the air in Tacoma. What's up? Is it Kanita?
Yes, this is.
How are you, Kanita?
I'm okay. Alive?
Kanita, to hear what you want to say. Yeah, go ahead.
I had a response to the story earlier about Shay and her man left her.
Oh, you mean poor ass Shay? Yes. What about her?
I just wanted to tell her that she just needs to leave it alone. I've actually had that done to me before.
Where a guy walked out and all of a sudden waltzes back, he comes sashaying back into town like some hero?
No, actually it was a woman, and she left, and like 8 months later she called me and tried to give me a reason why she left, and I feel that Shay should not even have the same trust that they had when they first started, and to use the little girl as a convenience, that's not right.
Nope.
Okay, very good. Yes.
It wouldn't matter. That child is not going to keep them together.
Mm-hmm. Don't go suing any sperm donors, okay? Okay, wonderful. Carla, you're on the air. Carla, what's up?
Hey, I just wanted to comment on what you were talking about with the boys getting easy bake ovens and stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a bad thing, just because these kids gotta start growing up now and learning how to cook for themselves and how to take care of themselves. And
oh, jeez. And there's nothing like an easy bake oven to get them off on the right foot. I understand, of course. Amber in San Jose, what do you got?
Dad, I made the roasted pork shoulder with pomegranate sauce for you. It's like cookies,
That's the way
you know.
Daddy likes it.
Jeez.
Amber, hello. Amber, are you there?
Hello?
Amber, yes.
Yes, it's me.
Amber's squeezing out a heater.
Oh, no question about it.
There's no doubt that that's the sound of a woman in a stall. Yes, Amber?
Yeah, I was in the bathroom right now.
Yeah, what a shock. What can I do for you?
First of all, I just wanted to say that I was rooting for Darlene Johnson yesterday.
Yeah, she never called back. We ever get a hold of her or
No,
what?
and we never got a hold of the
We'll have to call her. Yeah, go ahead. What's your? That's what you called about?
Well, yeah, because I called because. Hold on 1 second.
I can't.
Oh, jeez.
Adam in Edmonds.
Our
Hello.
bill person didn't call back today either.
Adam, hello.
Yeah.
2 in a row?
Yeah.
Yes, Adam.
Can you believe it?
Yeah, I was wondering, what would be a good way to ask my girlfriend if she'd want to be involved in a threesome?
Look at her and say, will you have a threesome?
Really?
With me, yes.
Really?
That'd be good.
Because if you don't put it in with me, she'll be like, yeah, with who? Well, maybe that's not the most delicate way, but, I'm a direct kind of guy, and I like the direct kind of approach. You understand from pretty much week number 2 with any girl that you're with, if it even takes that long, if she's threesome material. So obviously you must be sensing something within your girlfriend that suggests to you that she is the type that would be wide open as far as her mind is concerned to a threesome. So why not just lay the cards on the table? You want me to call for her and say this is something that's been running through your mind for the past couple of weeks or however long it's been a thought of yours, or what? You want me to call and tell her the things that you apparently have no ability to say, or what?
Well, she's in school, but it's something I
Let's get her out of class. This is important. This is more educational than anything she's going to learn today from some overly zealous lecturer that she calls professor or wherever she's at. Is she at college or high school or what? Nothing like a threesome with your high school girls.
College.
What school does she go to?
Renton.
Okay. Why don't we get her on her cell phone, pry her out of class, and finally, no time like the present, ask her the things that you've been dying to ask her for too long now, Adam. Do you have a third party? Do you have a third party in mind? What's his name?
No guys.
Oh, all right.
John,
do you have
do it with me?
Do you have a third party in mind? Do you have a girl in mind that you would like to make part of the threesome equation?
Any of her friends? One of her friends, probably.
Take anybody.
Any of her friends. You're not picky. You'll just tell her any of your friends will do, baby.
Yeah, if you can pull off a threesome, you can't be picky.
Now, Adam, let me be sure. I just put on the record that every guy has a good sense as to whether their girlfriend is threesome material. Do you feel confident that she's not going to be blown away because she is not threesome material? Are you sure that you know who your girlfriend is?
Yeah, well, I poke fun at it sometimes, and then she just says that she's really protective over me. She doesn't want to share, but I asked her, what if I was in the bed but I saw her or watched her?
Yeah, that's when the rules start being laid down, the ground rules of the threesome. A lot of these threesomes have this ground rule that you, being the only of the three that's a male, you're not allowed to penetrate the third party that you're going to bring in. I hate that rule. I think you got to get your agent to work hard to get that rule stricken from the contract. But if it's a make or break kind of situation as far as that rule is concerned, you may have to live with that, Adam. Are you willing to live with that? You're able to do things, but you're not truly allowed to penetrate this friend of hers that you want to bring into the situation, or what?
I don't know. As long as I can get, I think oral should be fine, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll agree with oral. That sounds good. Mm-hmm. Does your girlfriend have a cell phone? Yes or no?
No.
She doesn't have a cell phone on her. How does she not have a cell phone on her? How How is she ready for a threesome if she doesn't have a cell phone on her?
Because she's joining my plan.
No girl that doesn't have a cell phone on them is ready for a threesome. I mean, this is basics of the world today, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a cell phone at your disposal at all times, you're not ready for threesomes.
Oh, I got the other girl right here ready to go. Why won't you pick up?
How did she not have a way to... If you had to contact her right now, how would you do it? If you had an emergency right now, what you do, how would you contact her?
She goes through, like, her mom's cell phone.
All right, does she ever...
She goes through Verizon. Her
well, let's ask her mom about this. Let's call her mom and see what she thinks.
Hey, Mrs. Johnson.
What's her mom's name?
Pam.
Can we call Pam and ask her what she thinks about this?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Come on, let me ask Pam. Pam is knowing that this is on your mind, so she's not going to be surprised. Let me get Pam's number, and we'll talk, and we'll negotiate through Pam, okay?
Oh, T, I don't know.
Well, let me call her. Hang on the line. Get Pam's number. Let's call the mom.
What if Pam wants in?
Yeah, Pam wants to be considered as a third party.
I've had my eye on you for some time, big boy.
I just watched a clip like that on Boys Food last night.
Really?
Not Boys Food, on Max Porn.
Oh, jeez.
About this mother, Terry.
Yeah. Oh,
Who knows that this dude is about to start having sex with her daughter. So she wants to give him a trial run first to make sure that he's worthy of being with her daughter. So they start doing it on the staircase. It's one of the most viewed videos on maxporn.com. And they go at it for a good 19 minutes. And he's also the mother's son's best friend.
What? Okay.
It's a must-watch.
I guess
for all
so.
occasions.
Whatever.
So maybe
why don't you put a link up there on your little website there, the tmanshow.com for everybody.
I tell you, my
to
website,
enjoy.
it may be kind of laughable, but it is not little. All right? It may need some serious upgrades. But I don't want to ever hear you call the tmanshow.com a little website. You know how many people jumped on the tmanshow.com yesterday? Look at Jennifer Love Hewitt's
I'm there
ass
too.
situation.
I understand that. But
okay.
Jeez.
What's the problem, Pasty? He's having a hard time giving over Pam's number?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here, Adam? I'm sitting here acting as your agent, trying to get a threesome handled for you, and you can't even give me your girlfriend's mom's number?
Cell phone? Nah.
Well, that's the only way we can talk to either
Her
of...
mom would probably kill me.
Well, maybe you deserve to be killed at this point by her, and this is something that's overdue, Adam. I don't think it's going to be that extreme, but we could certainly find out where she stands on this. We certainly can't find out where your girlfriend stands because she doesn't even have a phone. Adam, I'm going to have to then leave you on your own.
Oh.
All right? I can only work with you so much.
All right.
Here I am, ready to make this thing happen for you like tonight. And look where I'm getting with you. Nowhere fast.
Yeah.
So you call looking for help. I give you so much help that you're so shocked by it that you don't even know what to do with it. Next time, be prepared when you call this program, Adam.
All right, Keith.
All right?
All right.
Take care, sir. Call back. He sounds kind of goofy to be ready for threesomes, Terry.
Right.
If you must know why.
All right.
Max Porn is down right now. Not viewable.
Oh.
This page cannot be displayed.
Come on. Why?
I don't know.
Give me that. The show's ending, too. How am I going to spend my day?
I think you killed it.
What about your little boys' food one?
You're telling me that I mentioned Max Porn to talk about this clip and so many people rushed to it that maybe the site just crashed?
I don't know. It's not viewable.
Well, it better get up quick.
Oh, it will.
Or else I may have to do like a 10-hour show today to keep myself occupied.
Oh, well.
Maybe the internet's
You better
down
try
where
it
I am.
again.
Yeah, maybe the internet's down where I am. Page cannot be displayed.
You ever seen that clip on Max Porn or what? You know the one I'm talking about?
I was going to look for it right now. I do not know.
The hot-ass blonde mom.
Okay.
It's under the most viewed category on the site.
Makes sense.
And the hot-ass mom wants to give this dude a trial run before he's approved by her to start having sex with her daughter.
Also makes sense.
And the little picture, every mom should be so concerned.
Right.
The little picture that you look at, that you'll be looking at to make sure you know you're looking at the right clip, is like a mom and a dude, some like 19-year-old dude on a staircase.
On a staircase?
Mm-hmm. The whole situation, it's like a 19 to 22-minute clip, Terry. We're not talking about a little 2-minute deal.
Jeez, you guys. Whatever.
It all takes place on a staircase.
Ouch.
And what was the mom's conclusion?
And the mom has this great aspect that I'm really getting into these days of like making those gurgling, really like almost I'm being choke sound when she starts oralizing the gentleman that she's partaking in, if you know what I'm saying.
Gurgling noise. Yeah.
Gurgling.
The I'm being choked sound. Come on, make that sound, Terry. Come on, give us an idea. Give him.
Oh,
do you know what I'm saying?
Really, that's a turn on. That
I don't know. I'm being turned on by that. I'm hearing a lot of that lately. As I told you, there's a lot of trends going on these sites. Like I told you about the spit on it situation.
But is he choking her though?
No, I don't. I think she's going beyond the call of duty to like make that sound because that sound is becoming a little bit of an en vogue situation. I don't think necessarily she needed to make that sound as if she was really, truly being that severely choked by what she was doing there, but yet she goes the extra mile to make that sound. That sound is very popular now. And if you watch this clip, you'll know what sound I'm talking about. I'm seeing it on a lot of different clips these days. The I may be on my last breath sound.
Right.
Like that?
No. I did it better than you.
Running.
Jerry, when I can do it better than you, that's a bad thing.
Well,
when I can make the I'm being choked by it sound
more importantly,
better than you, that's a bad thing.
Is it top rated or most viewed?
It's top rated.
Oh.
Okay.
I would go top rated.
Back off, Terry.
Of all time.
You don't know what you're doing. You're in over your head on these sites.
I think if you go to top rated of all time on the first page, you'll see a blonde mom on a staircase with a dude. And the dude is just so peculiar looking that it just makes it so much more believable to me because that's the situation I always like visioned in my mind when I was his age.
Staircase with the dude. No.
You see it or no? No, that's not the sound, Terry. Listen to me carefully.
My friend's hot mom seduced me.
There it is! My friend's hot mom seduced me. Terry's trying her best to make that sound.
No.
Yeah.
Terry, do I have to teach a class here?
I guess so. God, it hurt my throat.
now that you've tried it a couple of times and failed so miserably, you're in too deep, Terry. You can't quit now. You can't quit now. Come on.
Okay, hold on.
Make the sound.
Does there need to be like some saliva back there?
If you
know
wanna,
what I'm saying? Does
I'll
it make
know it when I hear it. I don't know what you need to do to make the sound. I'll just tell you when you've done it when I hear it. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better, yes.
Hurts.
Pasty's
I'm injured.
Pasty's turned his computer screen around to me so he can show me that he's watching that particular clip. Or maybe he just feels like I want to watch it again. I've seen it only about 1,600 times, Pasty.
He wants to prove to you that he likes girls.
So he says, yeah, I'm really into heterosex, dude. See?
I tell you, one last attempt, please. If you really want to be in the mode of what's now and what's wow, you better figure out how to make this sound, Terry. You're getting better. You are getting better.
Gross. That hurts. I'm going to be hoarse.
Oh, jeez. You're going to be hoarse?
Yes. You're hurting me.
That's a whole separate section on the side, Terry. Hoarse. Yeah.
Stop it.
All right, I'll allow Hotshot and Pasty to enjoy this moment at this time, yes.
The team.
And everyone else out there. You got Mariah Carey wishing you a Merry Christmas. You got Adam Sandler with a Happy Hanukkah for all our friends of the Jewish persuasion, Terry. We got it all covered, don't we?
Yep.
Huh? Yep. Okay. I'll tell you one thing that's not being doled out this holiday season.
What's that?
Dustin and his Christmas stocking is not getting any sex from his girlfriend, and he's tired of it. Dustin, I got 30 seconds for you. What do you got?
Oh, man, my girlfriend's 31, I'm 20, and, dude, I don't know, man. She's not digging it. I don't know why.
Some people would say that the only reasons that a 20-year-old dude would be with a 31-year-old girlfriend is because that puts you both right near your sexual primes. Exactly. But if you're not getting that aspect of it, where are you calling from this morning, Dustin?
San Jose.
If you're not getting that aspect of it, then what is keeping you, how you say, around?
I don't know, man. That's why I wanted some advice from you. What should I do?
How long has this been going on?
About 4 or 5 months.
And what do you think all of a sudden has turned her off? You said at the beginning you were going at it like Jack Rabbits.
No, he said bunny rabbits, which isn't quite as hot.
And now you are in a situation where 4 or 5 months you've had sex. How many times in the 4 or 5 months? How many times per month would you say you're having it?
The first month or two I was with her, probably like 2 or 3 times a week, and now it's like once a month, if even.
Once a month, if even, Terry.
Yep.
Well, have you asked her why all of a sudden things have kind of dropped off the cliff abruptly, or what?
I guess she was in a couple relationships before, and she said that she just hasn't been able to keep a boyfriend because she just doesn't have a drive. So it's one of her problems.
So this is typical for her.
About it.
This is typical that her drive tends to just kind of fall off.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be changing that though at 20 years old. You're supposed to keep her drive fully intact. What's the problem here? What's gone on?
I don't. That's the thing. Like, you know, it's.
Are you initiating sex? Are you initiating the moment? Are you making the overtures? Are you curtains, lights? This is it. Are you piling on? What are you doing to tell her? All right, I want it and I want it now. Are you walking in full throttle? What are you doing to make sure she's clear that you are all amped up and ready to go?
You know, cooking a nice dinner, lighting some candles, getting the mood going.
Cooking a nice dinner. I was talking about sticking her right in her eye and giving her no doubt that this is what's on the plate for this evening's activities. You cook her a nice dinner. That's lovely. A lot of cooking going on out there
I
these
know,
days,
by the fellas.
How much longer are you willing to tolerate the situation as it presently exists?
Maybe at least through the holidays. Got to have the holiday spirit, you know? Family
But
comes
come
first,
January 2nd, it's cutting her
Yeah,
out. Is that
come
right?
the new year, that's my resolution.
Well, but she admits that it's something with her, so maybe she needs to go to her doctor and figure it out.
Oh, geez. Well, maybe a psychologist. I will only be able to help you so much without being able to talk to her. Now, like others who do call late in the day, I don't have a full allotment of time to really delve into this. I would like to be able to call your girlfriend and find out for myself what may be going on in her head or her bunt, but I don't have that ability at this late juncture. So maybe you can call back tomorrow. We can get her number. We can figure this all out together. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Do you have her number right now? Like, ready to give me in the next 10 seconds?
Yeah, but she's actually not around right now. I guess she's.
Everyone's always afraid for me to call. Like, she's out camping.
Yeah, she
could be screwing other guys for all you know. You don't sound like the kind of guy who would really be able to know which way the wind is blowing. You think maybe camping is kind of great for having a 6-guy-on-me little week to enjoy, or what?
No.
Don't you know what happens at camping?
I guess not.
Why all of a sudden why is she camping midweek in December?
She runs youth programs, so she brings the kids out on field trips. So now I guess they're out there.
Yeah, Boy Scouts all over again.
All right, well, I'll try to figure it out with you and her. I mean, this should not be happening for Dustin, Terry, and yet he stuck it out for the past 4 or 5 months. Have you looked elsewhere to take care of your male needs over the past 4 or 5 months, or what, Dustin? Are you staying true to this woman of yours?
I've kind of looked elsewhere. I mean, nothing's really tying me down right now. So, but I don't really want to break up with her unless I have someone else, you know.
Well, have you considered that maybe you're just not doing it for her anymore? Is that something that has entered your mind or not? Maybe she just says to you that this is typical because she doesn't want to hurt your feelings. Have you wondered whether she's kind of sick of you and she's just hanging around with you because you're convenient right now, but you really don't inspire her sexually at this time?
Well, I don't think she's keeping me around. I mean, there's really not a reason to keep me around. I'm not really buying her anything. I mean, I'm not... You know, there's nothing really she's getting out of me for her to keep me around.
Well, maybe you're a nice guy and she enjoys your company, but she's not turned on by you. You're more a brother and sister couple now at this point.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I was thinking that. Like, she doesn't mind, kissing and making out and stuff, but, I mean, when it comes to sex, she's just like...
Well, when you're kissing her and making out with her... When you're kissing her and making out with her, just start jamming your fingers in there.
Wow. Jeez, really?
I mean, she's your girlfriend, and that is, I guess, some form of rape, so you want to be careful there, but... I mean, has anyone really gone to court for finger rape, Terry? Come on.
I don't know. I've been to
I actually think one baseball player actually did at one point. I think Jose Mesa. Mesa used to pitch for the Cleveland Indians and a whole bunch of teams, the Mariners, and now the Phillies. I think he once had to go to court because some girl accused him of finger raping her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And he got off. I'm sure he did too.
But he was giving her the old split finger.
Fastball, yeah.
You try that out this weekend, I guess.
Well, maybe you need to get more aggressive and really take, you don't sound like, just by the tone of your voice, like the aggressive type. Is that fair to say or no? Are you sitting back just waiting for her to come to you?
I think he doesn't turn her on anymore.
Are you sitting back waiting for her to come to you or what?
Well, see, I've been, really trying to be aggressive earlier, but then she told me that
made you dinner.
I hurt her feelings because she didn't want me to be aggressive. So I was like, okay, well, then I didn't want you to initiate with me. Then she said, okay. So this past weekend, I thought she was going to and stuff, and then I got kind of mad, so I went on a walk, and then
Terry, they're doing all the things that married couples do. They're a year into a relationship. They're not having sex. He's having to go on walks. This is just way too much of a situation.
Dinners.
Yeah, too much of a situation for a boyfriend and girlfriend in their first year of going out to have happen to them.
Right. And how old is he again? He's 21?
Yeah, 20 years old he is, and she's 31. They chose these ages so they can be like the ultimate of like hardcore sexual action. That's what I would think is the main reason to be going out at the ages that you are. And yet it's the opposite situation. You haven't had sex with her in the past month, Dustin. And your name is Dustin. Dustins don't sit around going a month without sex.
Yeah, I know.
But he does.
Here.
Okay. Dustin, I want you to continue to update us. I want you to call us back soon. And if you find a moment where you think she's available and you want us to call her so we can have both of you on the line and hash this out, I'd be more than happy to do that. All right, Dusty?
That sounds perfect.
All right. May have to hand over that name to her, because that's what's going to be taking place in her vaginal area, Terry.
Well,
we're going to have to start calling her Dusty.
If you can't turn her on, then...
So you think it's all about him and the lack of sexual appeal that he's throwing out there towards her to get her all horned out?
Yes.
And she just doesn't know how to tell him, but she doesn't want him to exactly get up and leave because she thinks he's a nice enough guy. He's making her dinner.
Right. She's eating well.
She doesn't want to start cooking again.
Right.
Oh, Dusty.
Dusty.
Nice. Not this holiday season, no. All these problems that are going on out there, Terry.
I know.
I wish I had the immediate remedy for all of them, Terry. Some of them take time. Some of them take more of a discussion, Terry, but maybe we at least pointed Dusty down the right trail that he can at least start to navigate the way to go from here on out.
Right.
Yeah, no, Dusty's cool as an English. But that's okay. We'll still work with him. Yes. Okay.
Jeez.
Answer the calls I didn't get to today. We'll get to you tomorrow. Maybe.
The T-Man Show.